A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Adventures in time and space, told in future tense. Dimension X. When man first crossed the vast distances of outer space to land on strange worlds, he found that someone had been there before him. The ruined canals of Mars, the smashed cities of Titan and Centaurus II and III, all these were evidence that 100,000 years ago, a race of intelligent beings built their cities across the galaxy. They knew space travel, atomic power, astrophysics, and engineering. And then they destroyed themselves completely, so that of all the cities on 1,000 worlds, only dust and rubble remained. Why? Why did these beings obliterate all record of themselves? That is the mystery of the lost race. The freighter Carillia, bound out of Earth for Cetus Alpha 2, came into normal flight after 103 days in overdrive. The stars were unfamiliar. The constellations known on Earth had disappeared. But there was a yellow sun off the port, and about it revolved 3 planets.
What do you make of it, Briggs?
It isn't on any of the star charts, Captain Wharton. I checked through.
1 and 3 are dead, all right. Have to take a closer look at number 2. Turn up the vision scale. Polar ice caps. She's green around the belt. Let's take her down to a 5-mile orbit. Swing around her for a look. Alert for deceleration.
Aye, sir.
Throw in the manuals. Power room.
Power room, aye.
We're going down to have a look at something. Give us just enough power to keep her under control. All right, Briggs. Hang on to your stomach.
You sent for me, Captain Wharton?
Come in, Mr. Howell.
Do you mind if I sit down?
Free fall sickness?
Well, I'm afraid I'm not an old space hand. Oof.
We'll level out in a minute.
Do you want something?
Yes. We come out of overdrive, smack in the middle of a new planetary system. Briggs says it's unreported.
Well, that's rather good news, isn't it?
Depends. Press report's pretty common. But we'll stake a claim on her, in case there are any mineral discoveries.
Well, I meant the possibility of archaeological finds.
I'm afraid I'll leave that to you, Mr. Howell. You're the expert.
Coming up 5, Captain.
Level off. Hang on, Howell. Power room. Hold her steady she goes. We'll orbit at slow cruising speed. All right. Clear the scope, Briggs.
Aye, sir.
Nice-looking piece of real estate. Well, the Space Guard requires I check up for radioactives, gold, and lost race rooms.
You're landing?
Landing? I've got a schedule to keep, Mr. Howell. I can't sit down on every lump of dirt I run into. We'll do a spectroscope check, and I figured you'd spot any ruins.
All right. Wait a minute. There in the lower quadrant.
What?
That bald spot in the vegetation. Those are ruins, all right.
Are you sure, Howell?
Yes. I've seen the lost race rubble on Centaurus II. There. You can see it plainly, dust and rubble.
No, that's what I get for calling in an expert. Briggs, stand by to take it down to 5,000 feet.
Aye, sir.
All this thinking luck. There goes my schedule. Seen enough, Howell? This is going to set me back 5 hours.
Interesting. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
I don't believe it. Marvelous. Incredible.
Stop sputtering, Howell. What is it?
Look over that rise in the ground. It's a section of the city still standing.
Hey, you're right.
That hill must have shielded it from the blast. Captain, you've got to land.
Land?
You've got to. This is the first lost race site that's ever been spotted. Of course, you'll land.
Howell, we get a $1,000 bonus for every day under par for the run.
But you don't understand. It's the biggest find in the century.
We can chart it, and you'll have to get back somehow. That's all. I'm not sitting down to rake over old dust heaps.
Captain Wharton, I'm on commission to the Space Guard. You may have to answer to them.
I'll think up one. Look, Howell, strictly speaking, you're a passenger.
Well, you've got to
You
land.
don't belong on the bridge. I'm not landing down there unless... Freaks!
Emergency from the power room. Something must have blown.
Power room. Power room. Stanton, what's wrong down there? Stanton! He doesn't answer.
Anything serious, Captain?
Reaches the fuel locker. That 5 pounds of ascending will go and kick us right out of space. Stanton! Stanton!
Power room, aye.
What happened? What blew?
Main tube coupling. She's secured
What's
now.
the damage?
The main tube's burnt out. The bearing, the coupling, injector valve, and the needle gauge.
Can you make repairs?
Not in flight.
Can you raise enough power to land?
I don't know, Captain. The wiring's shot. He's flat like a tomcat. I might be able to get something from the deceleration auxiliaries.
Get a jury rig on her. We'll try to set her down.
Aye, sir.
Briggs.
Yes, sir.
Alert for crash landing. Signal room. Signal room.
Signal, aye.
Langston, get off a position fix and SOS standby.
Aye, sir.
Well, Mr. Howell, I guess you're going to join your friends in the lost race. I just hope it's not permanently.
Leveled off now, Captain.
Trim her up a point. That's it.
She's bucking bad.
5 more minutes and the whole place will shake loose. Power room. Stand by for bow blast on signal.
Power ready.
I'm going to try for that clearing.
Too narrow.
2 to 1 for $1. All right. Hang on. Briggs! Briggs! You all right?
I hit my head on the panel.
Well, I seem to be all assembled.
Well, we're down. Guess our luck hasn't run out yet. Calling power room.
Power room, aye.
All right down there?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Stanton, I want a complete damage check and repair estimate. Get up here as soon as you got it for me. Briggs, you all right now?
Yes, sir. I guess so.
As soon as we get Dan's report, get a detail aft. Help him with repairs.
Captain Wharton,
What is it, Langston?
my speaker line's out. Sending circuits blew.
Spare tubes?
That was a pretty rough landing, Captain. They're gone. I can't replace them this side of Lunar Space Station.
I see. Well, the SOS ought to do it. And the Space Guard monitor reports our
They
position.
aren't going to, Captain.
Why not?
Sending circuits went out when the blast went off down there. I didn't get the SOS out.
Thank you, Langston. Get back and see what you can salvage.
Does that mean bad news?
We were in overdrive, Mr. Howell. It would take 40 years to search the distance we've traveled in one day. Consequently, when the ship doesn't make port and doesn't transmit a position fix, they forget about it.
Oh. I see.
And with the radio out, we blast off on our own power. Or we don't get off.
Got your damage report, Captain.
Well?
Here. On a B-23 checklist.
Not bad?
Worse.
Stanton, how long will it take you for repairs?
I don't know.
An estimate.
I know gypsy fortune teller.
How about the lifeboat?
For deep space? What are they teaching at Sands Point now? Basket weaving?
Stanton,
Lifeboat couldn't lift half a light year off this here mud heap.
Stanton, I'll take just so much. Look, can it be converted to Bessendium drive?
Converter links were mashed when we came down.
How long is it going to take you to repair the main drive?
Look, Captain, I got 2 hands. You want me to hold a lug wrench in my teeth?
See here, Stanton.
You say here, Captain. The whole lousy crew's been spitting all over me ever since we blasted off. Now you can all wait on me.
Who do you think you are, Stanton?
The only power man on this ship, that's who. Ain't satisfied with the way I'm working, go hire yourself another boy. The woods are lousy with him. I'll take my own sweet time.
What's the matter with him? Got a bug in his ear?
Space fatigue, Captain. He's been locked up in the power room 4 days.
Oh, we don't have enough trouble. Briggs, remind me to slug the psychotechnician when we get back. Don't tell me nobody gets into deep space who isn't emotionally stable.
What are you going to do about him, Captain?
Nothing. Stay off his back.
Oh, but you can't.
Captain's the only man who can get us out of here. We want to hit the cradle at New York Spaceport again. We've got to keep him happy.
Captain Wharton, as long as we're landed and we do have to wait for the engines to be fixed, I suppose we can explore the lost race ruins.
Look, Mr. Howell, I can't spare the men. We are now stuck tight until Danton gets those engines fixed. And if he can't, which is entirely possible, we are stuck, period.
Oh.
Briggs, I want you to keep a careful eye on the men. Space fatigue is nothing compared to what we might run up against now.
Captain Wharton. Captain, I've got it.
Semi circuits?
No, sir, but I picked up the incoming video band.
Well, that's something. Can you get the mail call through? The men could use a little lift right now.
Well, the scheduled one-way personals are due at 23:30 Greenwich.
Good. That ought to help morale. Langston, rig the receiving booth.
Aye, sir.
Oh, this is a break. Seeing the folks at home may be enough to keep everybody on an even keel. I know I'll be glad to see that kid of mine.
Mr. Langston, get Hanson out of the booth. You wear the glass right off the tube.
Take it easy, Williams. Everybody gets 3 minutes.
Hey, Kelly, I bet that dame of yours burned up the circuits, huh?
How'd you know it was his girl? You can't tell through the booth.
Well, who else would call that eight? What'd you say, Kelly?
Oh, nothing. She don't have to. She just stands in front of the pickup tube and, oh, brother.
I can just see that.
Hey, it's a boy.
A boy.
Alice had a boy. They're going to show him to me in the circuit tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Who's next, Mr. Langston?
The last call's coming through now on ticker. It's for Williams.
Well, wait a minute, Williams.
Well, let go of my arm.
What happened to my call?
No call today, Dan.
You're a liar, Langston.
Hey.
My girl calls on every scheduled circuit. That must be mine.
Let go, Dad. Maybe Janie was busy waiting tables at the lunchroom.
What do you know about her, Hanson?
You kidding? She's a swell kid. Everybody at New York Spaceport knows her.
Yeah, I've seen you hanging around Jane, too.
Now, wait a minute, Danton.
Take it easy, Dan.
You and Williams made this up between you, didn't you? You're going to take my call, huh, William?
You're space happy.
You used to hang around with her before I cut you out.
Now, listen, Danton, you were lucky enough to get her. Let well enough alone.
You bet I got her all right, and you're not going to steal her back. Williams, I'm going to...
You crazy. Danton, get him off of me.
Lying.
Get him off.
What's going on in here?
Let him
I'm
fight.
going to kill you, you double-crossing. Behind my back.
Grab him, Hanson. Get his arm.
Oh, me.
Nobody took your call. Now, calm down, Dad.
Surely. Look out.
He's got a wrench.
Danton. He's nuts.
Nobody gets a call. Nobody. How do you like that, Williams? You ain't going to hear from Janie no more. How do you like that?
After him. Kelly. Hanson. The airlock. He's left the ship.
Let him go, the jealous screwball.
Sure. But that's the only man who can get us off of here.
I warned you, so help me, Briggs. I warned you to keep an eye on Danton.
Well, I didn't think he'd go off this way.
Well, it's that girl of his, sir. He's crazy jealous about her.
Any reason for it, Williams?
No, sir. She's a good kid. Too good for Danton. I guess he's just so afraid of losing her to some other guy, he's getting psychopathic about it.
Well, we've got to get him back. I want every man equipped and ready for search parties immediately.
Aye, sir.
Williams, rig some portable searchlights and issue hand blasters and radiation tickers. Kelly.
Aye, sir.
You had the second party. If you find Danton, send up a signal flare.
Aye, sir.
Unless we do find him, we'll be on this planet until the next freighter stumbles on us. Maybe 10,000 years from now. Hold that light up, Hanson.
This is amazing, Captain. Lost Race building's actually standing.
Hey!
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. A shadow.
Place gives me the willies.
To be able to find out so much about them, their science, art, what they looked like, perhaps even why they destroyed themselves.
I'm beginning to wonder about that, Howell. You sure they destroyed themselves? Maybe they lost a war to another race.
The winners would have left traces. Genghis Khan, the Mongol emperor, left a pile of skulls as a monument after he destroyed his enemies. But there's been nothing like that found.
No clues at all,
Nothing. When they decided to wipe themselves out, they did a thorough job. But why? That's what we've been asking for 50 years. They wanted to end like that.
Captain, there's a rise ahead.
Keep going. Anything on your side, Briggs?
No, sir.
Hanson, what is it?
I don't know, sir. It's a funny kind of a glow. I guess I shot without thinking.
Don't get trigger happy. Howell.
Yes?
Where do you think the light is coming from?
Down there. It's an amphitheater. Stone seats and a hood.
Looks like a band shell.
What's up, Captain?
Wait a minute. Well, Howell?
I don't know. That's the Lost Race sign on the hood.
The what?
A sort of hieroglyphic. The only thing we'd ever found before. One in each ruin.
What does it mean?
Some kind of a warning, I think.
Come on. We're going down there. Careful now. There's a platform of some kind down there.
Looks like a lecture platform, doesn't it?
Or an altar. This might have been a temple. Perhaps the Lost Race sign had a religious significance.
Looks like a throne to me.
A throne 5 feet high.
Briggs, climb up there. And see if there are any controls for this machinery.
Aye, sir. This wasn't meant for any man to sit on. There's a lever up here. Shall I try it?
Sure, go ahead.
Hey, what's that mist? It's like a steam bath. I wonder if Kelly and Williams ran into anything like...
Hold that light up. Shut up and keep looking for Danton.
What?
Look there, in the hood.
It's Williams and Kelly.
That crazy jet jockey. When I find him, I'm going to beat his brains out.
You could see him, a three-dimensional image.
Some kind of television. Get down, Briggs.
Aye, sir. Did you see it, Skipper? I was just thinking about him, and there he was.
And we all saw it. Out of the way. I'm going to try it. This thing can pick up Earth. It'll replace the receiver Danton smashed. Just throw the lever, eh? What? That's my son. I'll be darned. His music lesson. Say, it reaches Earth all right. What? Imagine. Television without a transmitter.
Looks like the Lost Race was ahead of us in more ways than one.
Go up and try it, Howell.
Amazing, amazing. Television without a transmitter. This machine may be the clue to the mystery of the Lost Race. I'll try it.
Mary, I've told you I like my paper first in the morning. If that youngster wants to know how the Tigers did, let him wait until
My father in Detroit. Remarkable, Captain. You can see the whole room clearly.
Say, how about me, Captain? Let me get up there. I'd like to see my baby. Alice told me all about it. Out!
What's the matter, Hanson?
I kicked something, a wrench.
Well, hold it up. What? It's Danton's. That means he's been here. We're on his trail, all right. Come on, Howell, let's go.
Oh, but the baby wouldn't take a minute, Captain.
Later, Hanson. We've got to find Danton first. All right, now, let's get moving. Hold it.
What's that?
The recall flare. Kelly and his men have found Danton. Oh, I hope that crazy fool is in one piece.
You start back now, Captain?
Yes.
That came from the ship.
Another flare?
No, that was an explosion. That's all we need now. Something more to happen to the ship. Oh, it's the main jets.
Smashed flat. All the
Briggs.
sleeping rot.
Check through the ship for further damage.
Aye, sir.
Oh, look at those plates. Crumpled like an accordion.
Captain! Oh, Captain!
Here comes Kelly's body.
We got him. We got Danton. Hold it. What happened here?
Somebody blew up the main jets. Danton, do you know anything about this?
No, sir.
Not much he doesn't. He's crazy enough to blow us all up.
Listen, Hanson, I admit I went off my head tonight, but I'm not crazy enough to commit suicide. The jets are smashed. We're all marooned up the same creek.
I still think he's got something to do with it.
Lay off, Hanson. We found him wandering up in the hills. And he was with us when the blast went off.
Yes, that's right. We saw your recall flare before the explosions. Oh, I guess that puts Danton in the clear.
Then who did it, Captain?
I don't know, Howell. Looks like somebody didn't want us to leave this planet. Well, we still got one slim chance left. If we can repair the lifeboat.
Skipper, it's gone.
Gone?
The escape port is open. The boat's missing.
Oh, what else?
The arms chest was cleaned out, sir, and the fuel locker was jimmied open. The descendium bars are gone.
You sure?
You look for yourself, sir. She's clean.
I see. There's only one answer left. There's something or somebody out in those ruins trying to get us. Maybe that lost race decided they weren't going to stay lost.
You think some of them may still be alive?
Who else could have blown up our ship? Keep your blaster up, Hal. And be careful. It's a hair trigger.
What are we doing back at the television machine, Captain? I thought we were looking for the lifeboat.
We are. Whoever blew up the ship must be around here. Might as well try to use the machine to track them down.
Yeah. Catch them with their own gadget, huh?
That's right. All right, Hal, you're the expert. Get up there and try to find him.
Hope it works.
Well?
Trying, Captain.
Nothing but mist.
I don't understand it. It reached all the way to Earth before. I saw my father in Detroit.
Mary, my paper's all rumpled again.
What? There it is again. My father in Detroit.
I've told him time and time again I don't like a messy paper.
Look at that. No selector control, yet all the way to Earth. You can see the whole room, the goldfish bowl, the antimacassars on the chairs. Yet we can't pick up something less than a mile away.
Knock it off, Hal. We're wasting time. Come on. That gadget won't work. We'll have to comb these rooms inch by inch.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. We'll cut behind the hood here and go on. Briggs, you take the lead with the radiation ticker. We might be able to pick up a reading on where the rocket fuel is hidden.
Aye, sir.
All right, let's go.
I can't understand why that machine can pick up Earth and not...
Captain!
Briggs, what is it?
Captain, help! I'm falling!
It's a cave-in. Hang on, Briggs.
I'm slipping, Captain.
Grab his wrist.
All right.
Now pull. Pull.
Higher. Oh.
What happened?
I was just walking along and the ground caved in.
What? It's some kind of shaft. Hold your light over it, Captain. Oh!
50 feet deep in a stone bottom. I could have split my head open like a grapefruit.
Something down there. Hold that light steady. Amazing. Amazing.
Looks like a pile of bones to me. 2 piles.
They may be the first skeletal remains ever found of the lost race. I've got to get down in there.
We haven't got time, Hal. Come on.
Let me have your binoculars. Wonderful. That small skeleton must be an infant. They've been laid out carefully at the burial chamber. The way they're lying, it's probably a mother and infant. Yeah. The tail, she's definitely anthropoid.
Hal, you mean apes?
Something like that. Yet they had atomic power and built cities across the galaxy. Amazing.
Oh, we haven't got time.
Hello, that's funny. The little one is different. The caudal bones are different. No tail.
Listen, Hal. What do I care whether they had tails or not? Come on now.
It's almost as if... Well, they did have atomics, and radiation does funny things to heredity. They had that problem of mutations in Detroit. But... Detroit! That must be it.
What?
The new atomics plant at Detroit. They tore down my father's house to make room for it. Quickly, Captain.
Oh, where are you going?
Back to the machine. I've got a theory that may solve the whole mystery of what happened to the lost race.
I don't care what happened to the dead ones, Hal. I want to find the living ones who wrecked my ship.
I think this machine may give us both answers. There's the house, Detroit, down to the last detail.
Oh, come on down. We know all that.
But don't you understand? That house was torn down. I got a letter before we lifted off Earth. It's gone.
But it's on the television machine.
Captain, that machine isn't television. It's a thought projector. What? It only mirrors what's in your own mind.
But, Mr. Howell, we saw Earth. It was really there.
But it was just because we imagined it, Briggs. It's a thought projection. I can produce any mental image that occurs to me on this machine. New York spaceport, a Space Guard patrol, anything.
Anything?
Yes. And now I think I know what inspired the lost race to do what they did. It was fear. Fear of what was in their own minds. They could all see it with machines like this.
But fear? Fear of what?
They foresaw the future. So they destroyed themselves. Every last one of them.
Hold it, Hal. Are you sure they're all dead?
100,000 years ago.
Then who blew up the ship and stole our lifeboat?
Danton.
Danton?
But why?
He was pathologically jealous.
Yes, but blowing up the ship was like committing suicide. He wasn't crazy enough to do that.
The lost race was after they looked at this machine.
You mean Danton did too?
We found his wrench here.
You're right.
He must have looked at the machine and thought it was television. He must have seen all his fears about losing his girl confirmed. That was enough to make him completely unbalanced.
But he was with Kelly when that explosion went off. He's got an ironclad alibi.
No, he hasn't. Wouldn't take a power man long to sneak back to the ship and rig a delayed action fuse. Howell, we've got to get back to the ship before Danton.
Never mind, Captain. Stay right there.
That's Danton.
In the dark. You make a perfect target there. Stop your gun. I got a blaster set at wide angle.
Drop him. He's got us cold.
I've been following you, Wharton. I wanted to tell you. I'm going back to Earth. I got the lifeboat hidden over that rise.
It won't work in deep space.
You believed me when I told you that, didn't you? Well, I've got it fixed. And with that Vicendium fuel, it'll be a milk run. I'll reach the Space Guard station at Volta with a long, sad story about how the rest of you exploded in mid-space.
Danton, that's murder.
Yeah, that's just what it is. And easy, too.
Danton, you can't just leave us here.
Watch me. Sit in front of that machine and watch me. Yeah, I know what it is. I know it's a television without a transmitter. And I did some checking up. I've seen how you were stealing my calls. Trying to steal my girl.
Danton, you're sick. You
Pretty
can't
smart,
watch
that lost race. They built some machine. And it showed me plenty. It showed me enough to kill you.
Oh, you've got it all wrong. This isn't a television machine.
What are you trying to pull, Wharton? I saw it.
Those were your own thoughts, Danton. Those things you saw exist only in your mind.
Shut up before I blast all of you down. You're just trying to lie out of it, that's all. But I know the truth when I see it. And you're going to die.
All right, Danton, but you're not going to get away with it. Look at the machine.
What's that?
The machine. It's the Space Guard patrol, Danton. Look, they're coming.
X3 to command. Spotted the Corellias, reported. Preparing to land.
That's the Space Guard, Danton.
Yeah, whole patrol.
You're lying. They couldn't come. There wasn't any SOS.
X3 to command. Preparing to land. There's a clearing.
That's enough, Howell. All right, Danton. They'll be coming over the horizon. Drop your gun and give yourself up.
Oh, no, they're not going to catch me. I'll be away in that lifeboat before they land. Stay still, all of you. Stay where you are. I still got you covered.
Danton, look out behind you!
Burial shaft. He fell in it. Hold the light down, Briggs. Well?
He's dead. Deader than the lost race. And what about those Space Guard cruisers?
Out of my head. I just imagined them, and there they were on the machine. Poor Danton believed they were real.
I wish they were real so we could get off this planet. No, it doesn't matter. We know where the lifeboat is now. We can send one man to bring back help. And it won't be Danton.
The machine got him the same way it got the lost race. Through fear.
But what was the lost race afraid of, Howell?
Changing.
Changing?
Look at those skeletons down there. They had atomic energy, but they couldn't control it. Look, the baby's different from the other. The race was changing by mutation.
Mutation?
Look at those skeletons. Now imagine a shifted hip socket so they could walk upright. The baby was already without a tail.
But how? That would mean they were changing into...
Yes, Captain. The lost race committed suicide rather than face the fear of seeing their descendants become such horrible creatures as men.
You have just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future. The world of Dimension X.
And now, about next week. William Travis and his wife thought they had escaped, but they were wrong. They were being searched out by men from another world, men who wanted them to return. Where? I'll tell you next week.
Tonight's drama was based on the Murray Leinster story, The Lost, and was adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in the cast were Matt Crowley as Captain Wharton, Roger DeKoven as Howell, and Joseph Julian as Danton. Your host was Norman Rose. Tomorrow it's Sam Spade. Now hear Truth or Consequences on NBC.
Adventures in time and space, told in future tense.
Dimension X.
Time is an interesting phenomenon. A ticking clock, the running sands of an hourglass, all these have captured the imagination of men. But time is more. It exists now, and then, and in the future. Suppose we are in the year 1950. Coexistent in time may be worlds we have never seen, the worlds of the past and of the future. The year was 1950. It was a spring night in Mexico, fiesta time. The fireworks shot up into the clear, dark sky, and a papier-mâché bull ran about the plaza chasing boys and laughing men. Mr. and Mrs. William Travis stood on the edge of the yelling crowd, smiling.
What is it, Bill? What are they saying?
They're cheering for the bull. Here he comes. He's good, isn't he? I wonder how they rigged up that fire breathing.
Oh, Bill, it's wonderful. I've never enjoyed myself so much in my life.
It's terrific. Well, they caught the bull. Bravo, Toro!
Bravo, Toro! Oh, it will go all right. I mean, our trip.
Ah, Sue, don't worry. I've enough traveler's checks for a lifetime. Relax.
But suppose they find us.
Forget it now. They haven't a chance.
But suppose they do. Suppose they take us back.
They'll never find us now. Relax. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, if it only lasts.
Come on, darling. Let's get out of the crowd. I think you need a drink.
All right. Let's try something different this time. I want to try every drink there is in the world.
Oh, don't worry, darling. There's no rush. We've plenty of time now. All right, in here. Oh, there's a table over there. Come on.
Bill.
What's the matter?
Don't look right away, but over your left shoulder, right by the end of the bar, that man.
What is it?
I saw him this morning in the plaza.
Well, darling, take it easy. The town is full of tourists.
But he was at Juarez in Tasco. Bill, I'm afraid.
Well, now, don't stare at him. Come on.
I know it's the same man. He was wearing the same white suit.
Sit down, Sue. All right, now, come on, dear. Smile. Act natural.
Bill, he's been following us. He's a searcher. I know he is.
Quiet. Oh, boy. Here, boy.
Si, senor. Si.
Benedictine and brandy. Two.
Si, senor.
He's watching us, Bill.
Will you quit worrying, darling? The chances are 1 in 1,000 that they found us. Probably it's just a coincidence.
I want to lie down. I think I'm going to be sick.
Susan, hang on, will you? If he is looking for us, we can't run out. What's he doing now?
He stopped our waiter. He's asking him something.
He may just want a drink.
Bill, I can't stand it. I've got to go upstairs and lie down.
All right. As soon as we finish our drinks. What's he doing now?
Well, he's nodding at me, as if he knows me. And he's smiling. Bill, he's coming over here.
Now, watch yourself. We've got to go right on in front of him. So if he is what we think he is, he won't suspect. We've got to. Now, come on. So I said to David, Dave, that's ridiculous. You know that the thing is that is never going to take...
Preston.
What?
You did not pull up your pants leg when you sat down.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you have the wrong person. My name isn't Chrysler.
Chris 10.
No, well, I'm William Travis. I don't see what my pants leg has got to do with it.
Mind if I sit down?
Well, yes,
Everyone nowadays pulls up his pants leg when he sits down. Like this. Keeps the trousers from bagging at the knees. But, of course, if you're not used to this style of clothing...
Now, see here. We don't know you. We don't...
I'm sorry. I thought I knew you.
Look, this is our table. If you don't mind...
You see, I'm looking for two friends of mine. A man and his wife, very much like you. The man is an atomic scientist. The wife, a bacteriologist. Very important people. They work on government business.
Just what are you talking about?
When I find my friends, going to take them home with me.
Look here, Mr.
Sims. That will do for now.
All right, Sims. I understand that you thought you knew us. But you can see you're mistaken. Now, if you'll excuse us, my wife and I were just going up to our room. We have to make an early start in the morning.
Going for a trip? Up Acapulco, perhaps? Lovely
Never
spot.
mind where we're going.
Yes, of course. You don't like crowds, tourists. I'd probably like to get off the beaten path. You know, I've got a vacation folder here that might interest you.
Please, Bill, let's go.
Oh, wait, Sue.
It's put out by an outfit that calls itself Travel in Time Incorporated.
Travel in time?
Yes, they've come up with a rather intriguing idea. Would you like to actually witness the burning Rome? Sail with Columbus in 1492 on his voyage of discovery to America? Meet Cleopatra? Then why not take your vacation in time as well as in place? But perhaps you've seen this leaflet before.
Of course not.
Then you'll be interested in hearing the rest. Travel in Time Incorporated can costume you, put you in the crowd at any place and time in history.
Look,
we guarantee to teach you any language you need to move freely in any year without risk of detection. This summer, why not escape from the worries of our modern world? Take your vacation in time.
Well, that's impossible, of course.
But think what it would mean. A chance to escape all the tensions of an unpleasant life. War, insecurity, fear.
Sims,
Suppose you were a scientist working on a dangerous bomb project. Or you, Mrs. Travis, suppose you were a bacteriologist working on disease cultures. And you had a chance to escape all that. To take a vacation 200 years in the past. Would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Escape to a more peaceful world? A trip back to 1950.
1950? But you said a vacation in the past.
So I did. But you see, 1950 is the past if you come from the year 2155.
2155?
Mm-hmm. Terrible times. Most unpleasant. A war raging, an atomic bacteriological war. Terrible times. With none of the little comforts we enjoy today, like this fine Havana cigar.
Bill, I want to go upstairs. I want to lie down.
If you were living then, think of how wonderful it would be to take a vacation in time. Back to now.
Oh, you're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Suppose a young couple like yourselves took a trip to 1950 and didn't want to come back. You know what would happen? The government sends a searcher back to look for them.
This is all fantastic nonsense.
The searcher finds them and brings them back. Well, do you think I'll find my two friends, Mr. Travis?
Bill, please take me upstairs. I don't feel well.
Oh, is the lady feeling a bit sick? Oh, unfortunately.
Here are the drinks, senor.
Well, shall we drink a toast to 2155? To the future.
Inside, quick.
Bill, what are you doing?
Shoving a chair into the doorknob.
He knows. He has been following us. Bill, he's a searcher.
You keep quiet, Sue. I want to think.
Bill, take us back.
That isn't over yet. Oh, I've got a headache.
I'll get you an aspirin. What will they do to us?
I don't know what they'll do to us. Something slipped. Something must have slipped.
But we were so careful.
Well, the searchers are trained to watch for detail. Things like not pulling up my trousers. That started him thinking. There's a man who isn't used to ancient clothes. Could kill myself for giving it away.
No. It was my walk. These high heels.
Careful, Mark.
Here.
Thank you.
Bill, I won't go back. I won't go on filling tubes with typhoid and bubonic plague.
Now, take it easy, Sue.
There must be some way. We don't have to go back to 2155, do we?
The nerve of that Sim sitting there looking us up and down like animals smoking those stinking cigars.
That's how I first noticed him at Tasco. He had 4 bottles of liqueurs and a pile of chocolate.
Yes, well, he still hasn't gotten over that first greedy hunger. We've got to look out for that suit. It's the sure sign of somebody from the future, trying to make up for a lifetime of shortages by stuffing themselves sick. Remember our first night?
Bill, I can't stand it. We've got to get out of here.
What are you doing?
Packing. Getting the suitcases up.
That's no use, Sue.
What do you mean? We could get to Acapulco by morning.
Don't you think he's watching us?
We could get away.
No, we've got to sit tight. We've got to wait right here for a break. I don't know what, but something has got to break.
Darling, I'm afraid.
No. Maybe he isn't sure of us yet. Maybe we can still figure out some way to escape. Come on now. We better try to get some sleep.
I won't go back. Security police. The bomb. The bomb is falling. It's falling.
Sue, what's the matter? Sue. Sue, wake up, darling. Sue,
Bill,
wake up.
Where are we? Bill.
All right. Now calm down, honey. You were dreaming now. It's all right.
Bill, where are we?
No, we're still in 1950. It's all right. You must have had a nightmare.
It was awful, Bill. Bill, there was an explosion, a terrible explosion, and my hand burned and wrinkled, and the buildings broke. Oh, Bill. Bill, we won't go back there, will we? Ever?
No. Go to sleep, honey. It's all right. We're in Mexico, 1950, and we're going to stay here.
Oh, Bill.
Sue, I've been lying awake here thinking. It may be that he's still testing us, but he's not absolutely certain. That may be why he hasn't moved.
Well, maybe he's just playing with us.
Yes, maybe. I wouldn't put that past him either. He's got all the time in the world. He can stay here as long as he likes, then bring us back to the future 60 seconds after we left it.
They can't make a scene, can they? They don't dare come out in the open.
No. That might change the future. They're afraid of that.
Oh, Bill, if we could only tell somebody, ask for help.
Oh, Sue, you know we can't. That's why we had to submit to the psychological block treatment before they okayed our vacation. We couldn't tell if we tried. The block is too strong.
Oh, maybe we can break it, Bill.
And what if we did? Who'd believe a crazy story like ours? Who would believe that we come from 2155? No, Sue, that would do no good. But this is important. They have to get us alone to put us in the time machine to send us back.
Well, then that's it. We'll never be alone. Listen, it's still fiesta time. It'll be easy to stay in the crowd.
Yes, that's our only chance. We must not let him get us alone. He won't get us back to that war and that insane world.
Bill.
It could be the room clerk.
At 3 in the morning?
I'd better answer it.
No, don't. Don't, Bill, don't.
I've got to. Hello? Hello?
Mr. Travers?
What is the idea of this? It's 3 in the morning.
Yes. I just wanted to remind you, the rabbits may hide in the forest, but a fox can always find them.
What was it, Bill? Bill?
No, never mind, darling. Come on. Let's get some sleep. Why, we can.
Senor.
Good morning, Senor Gomez.
I trust you are spending pleasant days in my hotel. Fiesta time is the best.
Oh, it's been lovely.
Your special table is all ready for breakfast.
Oh, fine.
Wait, ladies in the hotel. Hey, you must have went to the hotel in this thing all over.
What is all that racket?
Great excitement, very great.
All right, what is it?
They come with 4 trucks and innumerable automobiles. A motion picture company from Hollywood.
Oh, what are they doing down here?
They make pictures of our fiesta for the backgrounds.
Oh, yes.
We have a very beautiful town. Beautiful. Yes, very beautiful. That fat man, the one with the most colorful shirt, he is the chief, the director.
Oh, yes.
The manager. Where's the manager of this Adobe flea bag?
Coming, senor, coming. You will excuse me. Oh, I hope the table is satisfactory. Coming, senor, coming.
Sue, this is a break. That movie company will draw crowds, and that helps
But
us.
when can we leave, Bill?
Well, not today. He'd be sure then. It'd be easy to catch us above on the road. We better stay and try to lull Sims.
Okay, kids, end of the
the pepper. I got to know.
Bill,
We can't do anything now, not with these actors coming in.
Okay, follow me, kiddies. Here, Gloria, you sit next to Papa. Hey, Max, make sure nobody monkeys with the trucks and the gears. Right, Shane?
Do we have to eat at this crummy joint, Joe?
Cheer up, sweetie. Your mere presence makes this Chasen's and the truck rolled into one.
Not this early in the morning, Joe. I couldn't stand it.
Okay. Anything you want, ladies. It's on the deal.
Look, Susan. Maybe I could hire two of them. I could say it was a joke.
Oh, why?
We could dress them in our clothes, have them drive off in our car sometime when Sims couldn't see their faces.
Where would that get us?
Well, with him off on their trail, we might make it to Mexico City. It'd take years to find us there.
Bill, that movie man's coming over here.
Oh, excuse me. You folks are Americans, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Boy, am I glad to see you. Yeah, I'm so sick of hearing Spanish I could kiss you. Hey, come on over and eat with us, huh?
Oh, well, I don't think we should intrude.
Come on. Misery loves company. I'm Misery, and that's the company. We're from Hollywood.
Yes, so I understand.
Yeah, and boy, would I like to be there now. We're down here for some preliminary shots on some Technicolor clam bake, you know. Real turkey, stinkeroo.
Oh, that's too bad.
But we've got an expense account. Oh, that's a lovely thing. I'm Joe Melton. I'm the unit director.
Oh, well, I'm William Travis. This is my wife, Susan.
Hi. Mutual. Oh, come over, kids. Join the party. Cheer us up. Only no tamales. I burned out 3 kidneys on tamales since I came over the border. Hey, am I funny?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, come on over. Hey, Kitty. I got new blood here, brother.
Just a moment, Mr. Travis. I thought you might be breakfasting with me. Alone.
Sorry.
Oh, no. I got him first, Mac. Hey, you want to join us?
No. I've already ordered. Mr. Travis, I think you'd better talk with me now.
Hey, is this guy giving you trouble?
It's all right.
Well, you say the word. I'll have Max pitch him out on his ear.
No. It's all right. We'll be right over, Mr. Melton.
Oh, Bill.
We'll talk to Mr. Sims. Mr. Melton, sort of keep an eye on us, huh? After all, you found us first.
Yeah, sure. Well, come on over soon, kids.
Sit down, Mr. Travis. I hope you slept well.
Did you?
I'm not used to spring mattresses. But there are compensations. I stayed up half the night trying new cigarettes and foods. A whole new spectrum of sensation.
What are you talking about?
Still acting, huh? But it's no use. You can't stay in crowds all the time. I'll get you alone soon enough. I'm immensely patient. Let's come to the point. It took me a month to trace you down and be sure of you. Now, if you come with me quietly, I might be able to get you off with no punishment. If you agree to go back to work on the bacteria bomb.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Stop it. Use your intelligence. You know we can't let you get away with this escape. Other people in the year 2155 might get the same idea and do the same. We need people.
To fight your wars. It's all right, Susan. We can talk on his terms now. He's got us. We can't escape.
At last. Really, you've both been incredibly romantic. Running away from your responsibilities.
Running away from horror.
Nonsense. Only a war.
Only? With half the world dead, the other half dying?
Yes. But we can't have you escaping here while we drop off a cliff. Dying people love to know that others died with them.
Hey, kids, bring it up. We're waiting on you.
The longer you keep me waiting, the harder it will go on you.
What do you mean?
We need you on that bomb project. Return now and no torture.
Torture?
Yes. You see, later we'll force you to work. And after you finish the bomb, we'll try a number of complicated new devices on you.
Bill.
As you say, you can't escape. We have all the time in the world. Here in 1950.
Sims, I'll make a deal with you. I'll come back now if my wife stays here alive, safe, away from that war.
No, Bill,
Keep quiet, sir. Well, Sims, you need me for that bomb. You can duplicate her work.
It exceeds my authority. But all right. Meet me in the plaza in 10 minutes.
I'll pick you up in the car.
Good. We'll drive out into the country to some deserted spot, and I'll have the time travel machine pick us up.
Bill, I won't let you.
Don't argue, Sue. It's settled.
Good. I'll meet you in the plaza in 10 minutes. Your wife may stay here as long as she wishes.
All right, Sims, it's a deal.
Don't try anything now, Travis.
I know when I'm licked. We just want a few minutes to say goodbye.
I'll be seeing you then.
Bill, I won't let you do it. I won't let you.
Please, Susan.
I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to get help.
You can't. The psychological block
It's
won't...
our last chance, Bill.
Hey, aren't you two going to join us? I thought
Mr. Melton, I've got something to tell you, and you've got to believe me.
Sue, it won't work.
I've got to try.
Go ahead, kids. Spill it.
You've got to understand. You see, we really... Bill, my head. I can't think. My
You
head.
need a
My
bromo,
head.
honey.
It can't work, Sue. Now, the block is too strong. Come on, we'd better get the car.
Hey, someone's crying now. Breakfast, no time for people to cry now. What in the world could a good-looking kid like you find to cry about?
Bill, I won't let you do it.
Now, don't make it harder,
I'll let
Susan.
me go back with you. We'll get through some way.
You think I'm going to let you go back to that war? Sue, please stop. We haven't got much time.
It was so wonderful here, Bill. Oh, Bill.
And there he is, smoking those cigars of his, waiting for us.
Oh, there must be some way that we can both stay here.
Maybe there is.
Bill, what are you going to do?
Hang on, Sue, and duck when I tell you.
No, Bill, you're heading right for him.
Not going to get either of us now.
Oh.
Down, Sue, down.
Bill?
It's all right, darling. It's all over now. This is the mayor, dear.
Senora, your husband has been officially cleared in this most unfortunate affair. It's obvious this Senor Sims died of an unavoidable accident.
An accident? Yes. Oh, yes, of course.
Adios, Senora.
Adios.
Will they want to see you again?
No. I'm clear. I lost control of the car. That's the way it stands. Oh, Sue, I hated to kill him. I never wanted to do anything like that in my life.
Where will we go now? Mexico City?
Well, the car's in the repair shop. It won't be ready till 4, then we'll get out of here.
Hey there, Travis. Wait up.
It's the movie man, Bill.
Oh.
He was very good to me when they had you in there.
Oh?
Hey, I heard what happened. They sprung you, huh? Great,
Yes.
great.
It was an accident.
Well, it's lucky you didn't get hurt yourselves. Everything okay now?
Yes, I think so.
That's fine, but you both look a little rocky. Say, you want to get your mind off your troubles? We're through for the day. Cloud's fouled up our shooting schedule, so we're going to put a header on it up at the hotel.
Well, I don't think we'd better.
You've got to wait till your car's fixed, don't you? Oh, come on now. It'll do you good to relax. It'll get your mind off what's happened. Gloria's cracking the ice now.
Well, maybe we will join you. I've got to go check up on the car, and then...
Oh, don't miss the party, kiddies. I'll see you upstairs.
Bill, I don't think
Oh, come on, honey. We've got the break now. Sims is dead. Before they can put another searcher on our trail, we'll have time to make a clean getaway.
Bill, I'm so tired.
I know, and what you need is a little excitement. We rate a celebration, honey.
Well, I guess it would be nice to unwind.
Sure. We'll go up to Melton's room, have a couple of drinks and a few laughs. Honey, it's all over. We can relax.
Kiddies.
Well, we thought we'd join you, Mr. Melton.
Oh, great. Call me Joe. Hey, Claudia, yank another cork. We got company.
Here you are, kids.
Thank you.
You kids ready to drink? That was a pretty messy business, but it's all over now, huh?
Yes, it's all over.
Yes, well, it's time to unlax. Grab a glass, honey.
Well, thank you.
Hey, quiet, everybody. Quiet. How about a toast to our guests?
Oh, sure.
All right. To a very beautiful lady. Lovely enough for the movies.
Why, thank you.
No, I'm not kidding. That's why I came over to you in the first place. I might even give you a test.
Oh.
No, I mean it, honey. You're pretty nice. I could make you a movie
Oh,
star.
and take me to Hollywood?
Well, at least it'll get us out of Mexico.
No, you're not serious.
Sure I am. Gloria, how about a refill?
Coming up.
Well, it sounds wonderful, doesn't it, Bill?
Yes. Los Angeles is a pretty crowded city, isn't it?
Crowded? Wait till you see the Sunset Bus.
No, you don't really think I could be an actress. You don't have to cheer me up anymore. I'm feeling wonderful now.
No, I'm serious. I think you'd be great. I want to do a suspense story. Sort of a war story, you know. Gloria, pour Mr. Travis another glass.
Okay, Joe. A suspense story.
Yes, dear, yes. A story about a man and a wife who live in a little house. Now, I'm just ad-libbing this, you understand?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go on.
But there's a war on, see? A terrible war, you see. They live in the year 2155.
Bill.
Now, here's the gimmick. They escape into the past, and they kill a man who follows them to bring them back. Gloria, honeypot, get Mr. Travis another glass. Well, sir, this couple takes refuge with a group of movie people. Safety in numbers, they figure.
Bill.
But the story goes on. This couple is terribly important for a new project. Let's call it a bacteria bomb. So the searchers figure out a way that they can get them alone in a hotel room. Shove a chair under the doorknob, Max.
Yes, sir.
You see, the searchers may work alone or in groups. So that if one of them's killed, the rest carry on. Don't you think that would make a wonderful picture, huh, Susan? Don't you, Bill?
You're not going to get us, Melton.
Stand still. Put that gun down, Travis. Who is it?
The manager. Your
Grab that gun, Max. Let go of me. Now make things worse, Mr. Travis. The manager, he heard us. Let's get going.
Let go of me. Let go.
He'll break down our door in a minute. Max, get ready to travel. Get that. Take a good look, Mr. Travis. Take a good look at 1950. You won't be seeing it anymore. Throw the switch.
All right, Juan. Break down the door. Where are they?
I was at the door. I heard them inside.
They're gone. The windows. No, the iron bars are undisturbed. What happened to them, Juan? They just disappeared, all of them.
Nuestro Padre Cielo.
All right, Juan. Pray later.
Senor, I think you'd better send for the priest and holy water.
Later, Juan. Hey, they just disappeared.
Look here in the closet.
See?
Hey, bottles, hundreds of bottles. Chartreuse, cognac, absinthe, tequila, Turkish cigarettes, and boxes of pure Havana cigars. But these crazy Americanos. Why should anyone leave all this dying?
Juan, never question providence. There is enough here to last us both for a month. Juan, I think we can look forward to a most happy future.
You have just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future. The world of Dimension X.
Now, about next week. Suppose that you were a private detective, and into your office walked a strange-looking client. Would you believe him if he told you that there was a Martian embassy hidden somewhere in New York, where spies from the Martian planet were preparing for the invasion of Earth? We'll tell you about it next week.
Tonight's adventure in Dimension X was the Ray Bradbury story To the Future, as adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. John Larkin was heard as Bill, and Jan Miner as Susan. Your narrator was Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Don Abbott. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. Tomorrow it's High Adventure, now it's Truth or Consequences on NBC.
Adventures in Time and Space, told in future tense. Dimension X. Out of the infinitude of stars and planets in the solar system and other systems in the universe, it is almost mathematically certain that there exist other forms of life on other worlds. Someday, in the future, in 1,000 years, or in the next 10 minutes, daring travelers through space will make contact with the inhabitants of another world. But the question is, will we contact them first, or will they contact us?
Come in. This is Broderick's private detective agency. Check. My name is Graffius of Springfield. I would like to see Mr. Broderick. Check.
What is it, Dolan?
There's a guy outside.
What kind of a guy?
Oh, a great big guy with a big shining head and thick glasses like the bottoms of Coca-Cola bottles. And he looks like a professor or something.
What I mean is, does he look like a client or a bill collector?
He didn't say.
Okay, Iron Man. Send him in.
Check. Mr. Graffius, Mr. Broderick will see you. Thank you. Mr. Broderick.
In the flesh. Okay, Iron Man. Step outside.
Check. If you need me, I'll be outside.
You'll have to excuse Mr. Dolan. He's a very useful man if you happen to want a house moved or somebody's head unscrewed from their shoulders. His reflexes aren't too good. He's what you might call underorganized.
I suspected as much.
All right, Mr. Graffius. Let's get down to business.
Precisely. I would like your assistance in helping me locate something here in New York City.
Just what are you trying to locate, Mr. Graffius?
The Martian Embassy.
Would you say that again very slowly?
I came to New York to locate the Martian Embassy.
Martian? Like in Buck Rogers?
Precisely. Agents of the government of the planet of Mars.
Dolan!
What's the trouble, boss?
Throw him out. He's a crackpot.
Of course, if you wish me to leave, I will leave. But before I go, you might examine this. You'll find it quite authentic. Holy mackerel. A 5th-century note.
Let me see that. Sit down, Mr. Graffius. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Dolan, get Mr. Graffius a light.
Check.
Okay, Mr. Graffius. Your remarks about our speckled friends, the Martians, I shall ignore. This being the year 1955, I assume you were joking.
On the contrary, I'm completely serious. As it happens, I'm interested only in Martians at the moment.
I see. Okay, shoot.
It occurred to me in the course of my studies that we Earth people cannot possibly be the only intelligent form of life in the universe. Out of the infinitude of stars and planets, there must definitely, mathematically, be others. Since Mars is older geologically, and since it is also an atmospheric planet, its evolutionary history could easily be similar to ours. You follow me?
Well, so far, I can't say no.
But if this is true, then they must have been watching us, observing us, for hundreds, possibly thousands of years. What for? Blackmail?
Shut up, Dolan.
They know, then, that we are not far from achieving space travel. Atomic rocket ships that can travel to other planets. They also know we're a militaristic, warlike race. We might conceivably set out to conquer and occupy Mars one day.
In which case, they'd try to get the jump on it.
Precisely, Mr. Broderick.
And how would they do that?
For a civilization as old as theirs, space travel would be a simple enough matter. Flying saucers. I've read about it.
Relax, Iron Man. Go on, Mr. Graffius.
If you were planning to attack an unknown nation, what would be your first move, Mr. Broderick?
Intelligence. Find out what the odds are.
You have a very logical mind, sir.
You would send agents to scout the nerve centers of earthly civilization and advancement. Not in Kansas City or equatorial Africa, my dear sir, but here in New York City. The most technically advanced spot on Earth.
Uh-huh. And, you want me to help you prove this theory of yours?
Precisely. Expense does not interest me.
Well, this may take a very long, long time, Mr. Graffius. After all, nobody's ever seen a Martian.
I assure you, they will be very ordinary-appearing people. Very likely they live together in downtown New York, close to the newspapers and publishers, the news cables, communication centers, and the financial center of Wall Street. Most certainly they live in a private house with no servants to pry into their affairs.
Some ordinary people who live in a private house in downtown New York.
Yes.
I might just as well look up Martians in the classified section of the phone book.
There's one other lead which might help you.
What's that?
They would be almost certain to subscribe to every conceivable type of newspaper, scientific journal, foreign language publication.
Mm-hmm. Well, that might be something. Okay, Mr. Graffius. It's a deal.
Excellent. I shall contact you tomorrow.
Oh, before you leave.
Yes?
Just as a matter of interest. Why are you so interested in meeting up with these Martians?
Mr. Broderick, I wish to avert the catastrophe of a successful Martian invasion of the Earth. Naturally, I cannot go to the police or the military. I'd be laughed out of existence. So I'm doing this privately.
You seem to know all the answers, Mr. Graffius.
Not all of them, Mr. Broderick. Not quite all the answers. Not quite yet.
Here's a private address. Takes everything from Pick magazine to the Manchester Guardian. Listen to this. Pick, Look, Scientific America, the Daily News, the Daily Worker, the Police Gazette, the Journal of Engineering, Scientific Quarterly, American Psychiatric Journal.
Let me see that. Oh, Doolin. Doolin, sometimes I wonder. What's the address on this?
9 West 124th Street.
Which happens to be the Harlem branch of the Public Library.
Oh.
Now listen, Noodle Brain. Check all the renting agents. Find out every private house in downtown New York. And then cross-check with the magazine subscription departments of the scientific magazines. You got that?
Check.
I wonder.
Boss, what's the sense of all this? We know there ain't no Martian embassy in New York.
This crackpot is paying us $100 a day, and we got to keep him happy. You understand?
Yeah.
Also, I've got a hunch that Mr. Graffius isn't looking for any Martian embassies. He's looking for something quite different. I'll start making with a telephone. Which house is it, Doolin?
Right down there. Number 108.
Did you find out anything?
Not a thing. I've been watching the place for a week now. Nobody comes out. Nobody goes in. I asked around. Nobody knows nothing.
You ain't been blabbing around the neighborhood that we're looking for the Martian embassy, have you?
Boss, I'm stupid. But I ain't that stupid.
Who'd you talk to?
I struck up what you might call a casual acquaintanceship with those two girls standing with the baby carriages up the street. The cute one is real cute.
Now, look, Doolin, don't try to do anything intelligent. Just keep walking up and down. See?
Check.
I'm going back to the office to meet Graffius.
See you later, boss. Hiya, beautiful.
Hiya, Flatfoot.
How did you know I was a detective?
Your socks are bagging at the arches.
Well, stick around, beautiful. I'll be back in a few minutes, and we can make some beautiful music together.
Listen to Romeo, Helen.
The name is Doolin, honey. Iron Man Doolin.
Your line is getting rusty, Iron Man. What do you want to fool around with him for? He reminds me of my husband. Just a big, good-natured slob. Helen, look. Oh, hey, Doolin! Doolin, look out! Look out! Helen?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Graffius.
Not at all.
Doolan found a house down in Greenwich Village, privately rented. Number 108 Conklin Street. Nobody seems to know anything about who lives there, except that they subscribe to every paper and scientific journal put out. And also they have a peculiar antenna on the roof.
You don't suppose your Mr. Doolan will try to get inside the house?
No, he knows better.
Mr. Broderick, I assure you, if that place is the Martian embassy...
Doolan can take care of himself.
Still, I wish you had informed me before.
Well, that's probably him reporting back now. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah, speaking. Doolan? Yeah, he works. What? Oh, no. No, I can't think of any. Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, I'll be right down. Okay, Lieutenant. Yeah, right away.
Something the matter?
Doolan is dead, Mr. Graffius.
What?
They found him splattered all over the sidewalk in front of number 108 Conklin Street.
How did it happen?
There were some witnesses. They said a building cornice dropped on him.
The cornice? But how?
It fell off the building next to 108, right on top of him. Come on, we can get a cab. I have to identify the body. Lieutenant, I'm Broderick.
Oh, well, there's your boy, Broderick. Not very pretty.
Oh, Mother in heaven.
That's a 1,000-pound hunk of concrete.
Where did it come from?
Dropped off the roof of 106.
Anybody see it?
Yes, a couple of maids pushing baby carriages. One was so shaken we had to send her to the hospital. The other one is hysterical, but she can talk. Can't seem to get any sense out of her, though.
You mind if I talk to her?
Not at all.
I'll be back in a minute, Graffius.
I'll wait here.
She's standing right over there with the patrolman on the beat. Hanson.
Yes, sir?
This guy wants a few questions with the girl.
Please, I told you what I saw. How many times I gotta tell you?
Yes, the dead man was a personal friend of mine. Would you tell me what happened, please?
Helen and I were standing in front of Rathman's candy store up on the corner. We both had the babies out. I worked for Mrs. Gillian on Washington Square North. He said hello and joked a little. Then he walked down the street just like he's been doing all week. Hadn't taken more than a few steps when...
Please, miss. It's very important.
I tell them, but they don't believe me.
What do you tell them?
How it happened.
Tell me.
It's too awful.
Please.
Well, first he squashed, and then the stone fell on it.
What do you mean he squashed?
They don't believe me, but Helen saw it too.
She saw what?
First, he squashed, then it fell on him. He was smashed flat before it even hit him.
Now, look.
That's the story, Broderick.
Please let me alone. Let me go home. I told you what I saw. Now let me alone. Let me alone.
Did you learn anything, Mr. Broderick?
Huh? I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It's crazy.
Mr. Broderick, if I may make a suggestion at this point, perhaps it would be better if we drop the entire matter.
What's eating you? First you come at me with a chain of nonsense that you're staking real cash on. And now when we hit solid trail, you want to call off the dogs. Well, maybe you operate that way, but Broderick doesn't.
May I ask, then, what do you intend doing?
As soon as the cops clear out and this place quiets down, I'm going to pay a personal call on the Martian embassy. Whatever number 108 is. Whatever you are, open that door. You got 2 heads or 10 fingers, and I'll drill you like a platoon of rookies.
Yes?
Oh.
Well, young man?
Excuse me, ma'am. Is the lady of the house at home?
I'm the lady of the house.
Well, my name is Broderick. I represent the Manhattan Child Adoption Center. We're soliciting funds and clothing for stranded and unadopted children. I wondered if...
Oh, won't you come inside?
Well, we don't usually...
Oh, nonsense. I'm old enough to be your grandmother. Besides, my son, Lauren, is working at home.
Your son?
He's a bibliographer. He writes summaries of articles and books from scientific journals and publications for libraries and universities.
I see.
Well, sit down, Mr. Broderick. We get so few calls, and I do like to visit.
Oh, thank you.
Now, what was it you wanted to talk to us about?
Oh, well, I wondered if you or your son... There's nobody else living here.
No, just Lauren and I. I'll have to ask him about the contribution, but I'm sure he'd like to.
Good. Thank you very much. I'll send a representative to collect...
Oh, please, stay a moment. I was just about to have tea. Let me pour you a cup.
Well, no, thanks, really.
No, young man, I insist.
Well, thank you.
I was getting awfully tired of having tea by myself every afternoon.
You know, I'm not very much of a tea drinker, but this seems to have a strange taste.
It's my own recipe. The secret is in the brewing.
It's sweet. It almost metallic.
It takes a few sips to get used to, like olives.
Uh-huh. Well, I think I'd better be running along.
Oh, but you haven't finished your tea, Mr. Broderick.
I better be going. I'm late.
Oh, you're not being very polite. Do finish your tea.
No, really, I feel funny.
Oh, I'll call Lauren.
No, I'm leaving. I'm dizzy.
Oh, I'm sure Lauren can help you. I'll call him.
Oh, no, don't bother.
But I must. Besides, you aren't well.
Gee.
Lauren!
Gotta get out.
Lauren, hurry.
Got it out of my way.
No, you must stay.
You struck my teeth. Let go my arm.
Lauren!
Let go. Gotta get out of here.
What heaven?
The other one, that Broderick, he was here. I drugged his tea.
He got away. Fool, idiot.
Go after him. Use the pressure ray.
Risk another murder on our doorstep. Are you insane?
What he suspects.
We'll have to take our chances. We'll have to think of some other way.
How did they find us?
I don't know how, but I'm certain someone else sent them.
Who?
I don't know. I'm afraid to let myself think. It might be them.
Where you going, you drunken fool?
Please,
Get away from me.
Stay away from me.
Look out.
Miss, please.
Let go of me. Help.
Please.
Help, officer.
You don't understand.
What's the trouble here?
This drunkard is insulting people. I saw him come out of the house there.
108?
That's the one. He bumped into a gentleman, and then he pulled at my arm.
All right, miss. I'll take care of it. Come along, mister. I'm going to give you a break and take you back to the wife and kids.
No, you can't. I'm sick.
Sick, is it? What's the matter?
Drugged. They drugged me.
Who drugged you?
Number 108. Martians.
Who?
Martians. Number 108. It's a Martian embassy.
Well, I've seen them with pink elephants, rabbits, and mice, but you're the first one who's got marks.
That's true, I tell you.
Uh-huh. Come along.
Now, listen. Don't take me back there. They'll kill me. Look, I gotta make you understand.
Here, I'll help you up the steps.
Please, my name is Broderick. I'm a private dick.
We'll find out about this. Here, don't try it.
Officer, please listen. I'll give you anything. I'll give you $1,000. Please listen. For God's sake, listen.
Yes, officer. Why, Broderick.
You know this slush, Granny?
Why, that's my son, Broderick.
No. Martian.
He's in pretty bad shape. You better get him to bed.
Oh, dear. He was doing so well at the Alcoholic Society. He must have gotten off again.
Looks like he's ready to pass out.
Lauren!
What is it, Mother? Oh.
Your brother, Broderick, has been drinking again.
Look out, he's passed out. I'll take care of him, officer. We've handled this sort of thing before. Can you manage okay? We'll be fine, thank you.
You've been very kind, officer.
Nothing at all, Granny. I know how it is with these alkies. Well, I'll be seeing you.
chin. Oh, my head.
Oh, Mr. Broderick is regaining consciousness, Mother.
What happened? Oh, I can't get up.
Do not struggle, Mr. Broderick. It'll be impossible for you to rise from that chair. The pressure from this ray will keep you there.
Ray? What? Who are you?
You've already guessed, Mr. Broderick.
You mean this really is the...
Martian Embassy, yes. You have the honor to be the first prisoner of the Imperial Government of Mars.
First prisoner?
Yes. After the invasion, of course, you will all be our prisoners.
Hey, look. What sort of a business is this?
No business, Mr. Broderick. As your people will soon find out. Our preparations for invasion are nearly completed now. As soon as we give the signal, our armed forces will launch a surprise attack. And then the Earth will be ours.
You're crazy.
Not half as mad as you, Mr. Broderick, to come muddling so foolishly into our affairs. That was a fatal mistake.
So, Doolan's death was no accident, then?
Assuredly not. We found it necessary to use a pressure ray on your friend. The block of concrete was an afterthought. We thought it might help to avert suspicion.
All right. What happens now?
If you cooperate, you can look forward to a quick, painless death like your friend, Mr. Doolan.
If not?
This pressure ray has many delicate adjustments. It can move a pin, or it can crush a boulder. Let me demonstrate. You see, Mr. Broderick, as if an invisible vice were crushing you.
What do you want?
The name of your client. We are interested in knowing who is so anxious to locate the Martian Embassy.
The names of my clients are confidential.
Well?
All right.
Turn it off, Mother. Mr. Broderick has seen the wisdom of speech.
His name is Graphius.
Graphius?
Yeah.
An unusual name for an Earthman.
Describe him.
Well, I don't know if I really can.
Mother. Describe him.
He's tall. He's got a big forehead and about 60. He wears thick glasses. He's bald.
Lawrence, it sounds like one of them.
Yes, it does. Contact the planet. Tell them we suspect that our plans are known. Ask for an acceleration of invasion day.
At once.
What about me?
I am sorry, Mr. Broderick, but I am afraid you know too much now. In exactly 5 seconds, you will feel the full impact of the ray which faces you. I would suggest that you relax and meet your fate calmly.
Now, wait a minute.
You will feel no pain, just a wall of force engulfing you.
Listen,
5.
No, you can't do this.
4.
It isn't human.
I know, but we are not human. 3.
Yeah, but...
2.
No!
1.
Mother in heaven.
Now.
Lawrence.
It didn't work.
Something's happened. The magnetic field is dead.
Get it working. We've got to get rid of this one.
Now, listen. Listen, you
quiet.
two.
I can't understand what's gone wrong with the ray. Why would it suddenly stop like that?
Perhaps I can explain.
What?
Graphius. It's you.
Yes.
Lawrence.
Stand back from the pressure ray, please. It will not function anyway. I have decontrolled your field.
Lawrence, it's one of them. They found us.
Did you think we wouldn't? I trust you have not harmed my friend, Mr. Broderick. He's been very useful to me.
Brother, am I very glad to see you. Talk about the Marines landing in the nick of time.
You're free to move now, Mr. Broderick.
I don't know how you got in here, Graphius, but stick around. These babies are really Martians, just like you said. They're planning to invade the Earth and take over.
There will be no Martian invasion.
You keep these characters covered. I'll get the police.
There will be no need for the police. I intend to handle them myself.
Yeah, but the police will...
Do not call the police.
Why not?
You fool of an Earthling. Don't you realize with whom you are dealing? The invasion of Earth by Mars will be like child's play compared.
Lawrence!
Holy mackerel. They just flattened out.
Like your friend, Mr. Doolan. I detest the use of violence where the intellect can rule. But unfortunately, the Martians are a threat to us. It must be destroyed.
I believe you now. Another 5 seconds, they'd have finished me. I'm glad you didn't waste any time.
There is little time to waste. The Martian invasion was to have taken place next week.
Yeah, Hey, they never said that. How do you know?
You would not comprehend.
Wait a minute. There are some things here I do understand.
A second ago, that pressure ray didn't work. Now you're using it like it was a toy. How did you get in here, anyway? Who are you? Another one of those Martians?
No, Mr. Broderick. I happen to be a Venusian.
What?
A representative of the planet Venus.
Venus? That's impossible.
Not at all. The Martians are really an inferior race. We Venusians are much farther advanced. As much as we are over you, Mr. Broderick. The Martians would simply have conquered and enslaved your people. We Venusians felt compelled to exterminate you completely.
That's impossible.
Oh, no. Now that we have disposed of the Martian threat, what is there to stop us? Our invasion begins tomorrow at noon. By nightfall, the Earth will be ours.
Mother in heaven. Either I'm completely cuckoo or... Oh, well, this is really on the level.
You needn't edge toward the door, Mr. Broderick. You're thinking of running for help, aren't you now? I can read your thoughts quite clearly.
Suppose you're going to knock me off like our Martian friends.
On the contrary. Go ahead.
Leave?
Why not? Why don't you try it, Mr. Broderick?
Because the minute I turn my back, you're going to let me have it.
Suppose you try it and see. I've no interest in stopping you. Go ahead.
All right, Buster, you ass-foot.
It will do you no good. No good! You'll see!
Let me go.
Here, where do you think you're running to?
The officer, listen to me.
Oh, it's you, the one with the mark.
Yeah, that's right. Now, listen. That story is true. They're inside that house, inside number 108. He killed them.
Who killed him?
Braphius. He's the leader of the Venusian invasion.
Venusian invasion?
That's right. Tomorrow at noon, they're going to take over the Earth. Now, listen. Go in that house.
Martians, now Venusians, eh? Okay, that's enough for me.
Come along. Good. We haven't got much time. Hey, wait. Where you taking me?
Bellevue Psychiatric Ward, my friend. Come
Bellevue,
on.
no!
Now, come along.
No! Why don't you listen to me? Why are you such a fool? Let go of me!
Here, Looney is a bedbug.
No! I tell you, there's going to be an invasion! The Venusians are going to invade it, don't you understand? You gotta believe me! You gotta believe me!
All right. I believe you.
Oh, why don't they listen? Why don't they believe me?
You have just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future. The world of Dimension X.
Next week, the story of Riesling, the strange blind singer of the spaceways. He traveled the space lines from Mars to Venus to the moons of Jupiter. No captain could refuse to carry Riesling and his battered guitar. He sang of all the wonders of the galaxy, but his greatest song was of the sight he would never see, the green hills of Earth.
Tonight, Dimension X has presented The Embassy, a story by Donald A. Wollheim, as adapted for radio by George Leffers. Joseph Julian was heard as Broderick, Barry Kroger as Graphius. Your narrator was Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Don Abbott. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. Tomorrow, hear High Adventure. Now it's Truth or Consequences on NBC.
Adventures in Time and Space. Transcribed in future tense. This is a story of Riesling, the singer of the spaceways. You've probably sung his songs in school, in English, French, or German. The language doesn't matter, but it was an Earth tongue. But the real story of Riesling is not found in the footnotes of a scholar's critique or a publisher's biography. It is in the memories of the old-time spacemen, the pioneers who pushed the thundering old-fashioned rockets to the far, strange ports that are our commonplace heritage. These men know the true story of Riesling.
The arctic sky is calling spacemen back to their trade. All hands stand by, free falling, and the lights below us fade. Outride the sons of terror, far drives the thundering jet, up leaps the race of Earthmen, out far and onward yet.
When I first met Riesling, he was hustling drinks in the Twin Moons Bar at Drywater, Mars. He'd won a guitar off a Chinese barkeep at Luna City by cheating at one thumb, and he made his whiskey by singing in the bar and passing the hat.
Listen to her, Hertzman. Don't she strum pretty? Like a 16-year-old gal.
Now, how much you collect on that last song?
$3 Martian and a slug. Al grabbed it from my bill. You don't trust me no more. Funny, never did have no luck with hound dogs or Martian barkeep.
Hey, Riesling, look over there by the bar. There's an Institute 4 striper giving him the eye. Know him?
Captain Hicks off the Goshawk.
He's sure giving you the once-over. Maybe he's got a job.
They don't make never no mind to me. I've been blacklisted. Hicks logged me for making up a song on watch. Right fine song, too.
Hold it. Here comes the brass horn.
Riesling, I've been looking for you.
I've been right here, Skipper. You saw to that.
I need a jetman on the Goshawk.
Interesting. Real interesting.
Well?
I got news for you, Skipper. You blacklisted me, remember?
Well, you've kept your nose clean, and we need an experienced man.
Been a little changing down aft in the Goshawk, ain't there, Skipper?
How'd you know that?
You got that new atomic pile drive. Last 3 of them tea kettles blew somewhere in the asteroids.
Look, it's double pay, but if you're scared...
Scared? Listen, fella. For double pay, I'd jump off the top of the Harriman Tower if you allowed me rubber heels for the landing.
All right, then. You show up tonight to sign the book. Sober.
Got no choice, Skipper. Money and me is total strangers.
We lift at 11:30 Mars time. Sober, you understand, Riesling?
You taking the job?
Well, that Goshawk is one stinking old tub. Her engine's got more bugs than a beagle dog in spring. And that new drive is about as safe as a pretty gal in the ozone. But I reckon she'll do for one more trip. Welcome home, Riesling. Hi, Jimmy Legs. Meet my friend Hertzman. He's signing on as a whopper. This here's Jimmy Legs Casey. He's bosun. Can't hold his liquor no more than a sieve, poor boy.
Riesling, you sober enough to sign the book?
Drunk or sober, I'll make my mark. Stand aside.
3 X's?
It took me a middle name.
Yeah, you 2 lay below. And Hertzman.
Aye, sir.
Get him sobered up before the skipper makes rounds.
Jimmy Legs, I'm sober as a hanging judge.
Yeah? Well, you can leave that bottle here.
What bottle?
The one in your back pocket. Oh, glass buttons, maybe, eh? Give it here.
Jimmy Legs, I swear I'm going to write a song about you.
Go ahead, threaten me. Now get below. We raise ship in 30 minutes.
Hi, Skipper.
Riesling, what the devil are you doing up here on the bridge without permission?
Figured I'd take a little stroll.
Riesling, get below before I have...
Hold on, Skipper. You'll have that gold braid just crawling up your arm. I'm up here on business.
Well?
That number 2 jet ain't fit. Cadmium dampers are warped.
Why tell me? Tell the chief engineer.
I did. He says they'll hold.
Well?
He's wrong.
He's wrong. He's got a Harriman Institute degree in power electronics. And some drunk space rat says he's wrong.
Skipper, I was damping jets when that shirt-tail tad wore pins for buttons.
I've got no time for you, Riesling. Casey, sound takeoff.
Aye, sir. I'm telling you, Skipper, that number 2 jet's gonna blow. Dampers warp crooked like a turtle's back.
Riesling, drag your deadhead out of here. Let me know.
Go ahead from the control tower, Captain.
All right, Casey. Fire 1 and 4.
Blast for 3 watches before going into free flight. Riesling and I had the second watch. Damping was done by hand in those days with a multiplying vernier and a danger peeper. And as long as the peeper ticked off slow and steady, we knew the ship was safe. For a while. Hey, Riesling, you better stow that guitar. If Jimmy Legs catches it, he'll blow a gasket. Don't worry, I can damp this tea kettle in my sleep. How's number 2? All right so far. You ever hear that song about Hicks, the one that got me blacklisted?
Oh, the skipper is the father of his crew, a gentle guiding light to me and you. But on Mars he likes his women if they walk or if they're swimming, or if they've got 6 arms instead of 2.
Hey, the second verse is better.
Now the skipper likes his liquor by the quart. Yes, he'd go from Mars to Venus for a snort. He'll drink rocket fuel and...
Well, hi, Skip. Didn't see you come in.
You were too busy, eh? Who's watching the gauge?
I got an eye on it. Don't you fret none.
Riesling, I'm going to fix it so you can't get a berth on a rocket-powered pogo stick. Report to Casey under arrest.
I don't rightly think I will.
You what?
You kind of forget, Skipper. According to Space Code, you can't remove a jetman till the end of the watch, right?
Now, look, you corn-fed space lawyer.
Now, is that a rule or ain't it?
Riesling, your shift is over at 2300. And I'll see you ride the rest of the way in slot locker.
Maybe. In the meantime, you clear out of my power room. I gotta make me up a 3rd verse for my song. Power room.
Damp number 2 at point.
Number 2, all right. Hey, let me have that mic. Jimmy Legs, is that force-drive boil up there?
Give me that, Casey. Riesling, I've taken just about enough from you.
And I've got a little news for you, Skipper. Number 2 jet is bulging like a fat lady in a satin skirt.
Listen, you clown, that you...
Skipper, I think I'm going to junk my song and start over. I can do much better on you.
This is the last time, Riesling. Damp number 2 at point.
Sure. Look out, Hutch. I'll take it. You watch the gauge. Now. Here. She's bucking a little. Riesling, hit the emergency. She won't get it. It's that force. There go the lights. Riesling, lay down behind the barrel. I've got to take a look. It's radioactive. Look out. I've got at least a hot stuff on it, too.
What's going on down there?
Shut up, Jimmy Legs. I'm busy. She's tight now.
What happened?
Number 2 blew, you lunk-headed space rat.
You all right?
A little sunburn. The lights are gone. What's the matter with the emergency circuits?
Riesling.
Jimmy Legs, get some lights down here. It's dark. Get the emergency light on.
They're on, Riesling. They went on after the blast. The lights are on.
What are you talking about? Jimmy Legs. Jimmy Legs, turn on the lights. It's dark. Turn on the lights. That blue radioactive glow from the jets was the last thing Riesling ever saw. His optic nerve was burned out in an instant. He was in sick bay on the rest of the trip,
And on the swing back, we set Riesling down at dry water Mars. Look out for the cable, Riesling.
Thanks, Hertzman. Hey, Riesling.
That you, Jimmy Legs?
Hold up a minute, will you? Riesling.
Jimmy Legs, I promised I'd write a song about you, didn't I?
Sure, Riesling, sure.
Can't seem to sing like I used to.
Look, Riesling, the men up from the bridge feel kind of bad about this.
Yeah? Why didn't they think of that when Riesling told them that damper was shot?
Now, Hertzman, that's all over.
Sure. That's all forgotten. Riesling, let's get out of the Twin Moons before I vomit.
Now, hold it. The skipper feels pretty bad about the whole thing, Riesling.
Kind of late for that, Jimmy Legs. Feeling sorry don't hold no corn.
The boys passed the hat. The skipper kicked in half a month's pay.
Did he now? And on principle, I suppose I ought to tell him to stuff it back up the jets. But you can't buy no drinking whiskey on principle. I'll take it.
I'll get it. I'll be seeing you, Riesling.
Sure, Jimmy Lee. Sure. Come on, Hertzman. Let's get that drink.
That was all. Just another space bum who didn't have the good sense to finish before his luck ran out. Well, Riesling holed up at the Twin Moons till his money was gone. Then he hooked a ride on a crawler over to Marsopolis. It was a boom town then, with an industrial district mushrooming between the Lesser and Grand Canals. I ran into Riesling about 2 months later, playing his guitar on a jetty that ran out into the canal. He had a dirty rag tied over his eyes with a jetman's knot, and his hat was on the wharf beside him.
Riesling! Who's that? Wait a minute. Hertzman.
Yeah, how have you been?
Passable. Say, is this a Venusian dime?
Ah, it's a slug.
I figured.
Well, how's it going? Singing again?
Some. Working saloons, mostly. But I've been thinking some funny songs, Hertzman. The words come out different than they used to. Come on along the canal with me.
Sure. Here, take my arm.
I know the way. It's a funny thing, Hertzman. I figure I know it better than other folks. Look back there, towards the city. What do you see?
Factory towers. Smell them from here.
But it don't seem that way to me. I remember them old buildings, old before Bible times on earth. Thin and graceful like the fairy palaces my Grammy used to tell about down home in the hills.
Well, they've torn them down now, or else blocked them up with cinder bricks.
Hertzman, when I stand out here on the canal, I can see it the way it used to be. The water, ice blue with the stars shining up out of it. Way off there, the city with the towers sweeping up like a bird flying off a tree. I can see it.
It's the dirtiest stinkhole in the system.
Not always. Depends on how you see it.
Won't tie the race that raised the towers, forgotten are their lores. Long gone the gods who shed the tears that lapped these crystal shores. Slow beats the time-worn heart of Mars beneath this icy sky. The thin air whispers voicelessly that all who live must
die. Make that up. Why don't you go home, Riesling?
Home?
Earth.
I've been thinking about that, Hertzman. When I was a youngster down in the Ozarks, I used to climb a big old oak tree my daddy had in the dooryard. You could see the hills for miles, green and cool. I've been thinking about that.
Why don't you go back then?
I couldn't see them hills no more now. I couldn't stand to see black when I knew they was lying all around me, cool and green in the sun. I couldn't stand that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to town, Fritchman. Today I made $3.50 mush, and I'm all set to drink it down before dawn. Come on!
I lost track of Riesling after that. I shipped out on a slow freight of the Condor class for Luna, and he hitchhiked a ride to Venusburg on an ore ship in the Tri-Planet run. So he beat around the system. Venusburg to Layport to Drywater to New Shanghai and back. Any spaceport was his home, and no skipper had refused to lift the extra mass of Riesling and his battered guitar. He made up his songs, sitting out watches down in the power rooms with old shipmates, while the monotonous beat of the jets shook the hull plates.
Hear the jets, hear the jets, hear them snarl at your back when you're stretched on the rack. Hear the jets, feel the pain in your ship, feel the strain in your grip. Hear the jets, feel her rise, feel her drive, strange steel come alive on her jets.
Little by little, his songs began to travel along the spaceways ahead of him. Raw spaceman songs with titles like Since the Pusher Met My Cousin and The Spacesuit Built for Two. But more and more, we began to hear a different kind of song. Strange, sad songs, the ones you find printed in the centennial editions. Dark Star Passing, Death Song of a Woods Cove. And then, finally, The Green Hills of Earth. It grew for 20 years, that song. They say it started way back when Riesling was down in the labor camps on Venus, singing for the indentured men.
Now, if someone will kindly pass a bottle. Oh, it is not much, Riesling. Here.
It'll do. What is that stuff?
Tequila. You cannot make it good here on Venus.
What do you use?
Carac bush. Home it is... Home it is different.
Where are you from, son?
Tasco, Mexico.
That's a long way from here.
See, a long way.
How'd you come to sign on?
The man comes out to the village from the city in a shining automobile. Very big. He says there is work. You sign the paper for 10 years and you work. Yeah, work. There is work here, all right. 10 stinking hours in the jungle with machete. I tell you, when I get home to Earth...
What'll you do, son?
What is the use? We aren't getting home. You know how many men die out there in the swamp today? 10 men. 10! What is the use? My mother, she's dead. My father don't care.
A girl?
Oh, she says she'll wait. I don't know.
Sure, son.
You sing some more, Riesling. We drink, you sing.
Maybe a new song, son.
We rot in the molds of Venus. We regurgitated bread. Foul are her flooded jungles, a-crawling with unclean dead. Let the...
What is the matter? Finish the song, Riesling.
I can't. Can't yet. It just don't come. I'll finish it when I go home. That's it. When I go home to the hills. Now pass that bottle. The dawn whistle don't blow for 4 hours.
That's where the Green Hills started. And I was there when it was finished. It was 20 years after that. And there wasn't a man flying or on the beach hadn't heard of Riesling and his songs. He was getting old now for a spaceman. He was a familiar figure through the whole system. Tall, gaunt, and with that dirty bandage tied across his blind eyes. I was chief jetman then on the old Falcon. We were cradled at Venus Alice Isle, scheduled for a direct jump to Great Lakes, Illinois, on Earth. I was checking in dunnage when Riesling felt his way up the gangway and came through the lock. Riesling!
Who's that?
Mike Hertzman.
Hertzman.
Well, what are you doing on this old hog?
I figured I'd ride her back to Earth.
Earth? Are you going home, Riesling? I thought you were never going to make that run.
I've been hankering to set foot in the Ozarks again.
How about those hills?
I've been singing about him so long now, Hertzman. I got to finish the song. I got to set foot in the dooryard and hear the wind through that oak tree. About the last thing I'll be doing. I got to get home before...
Riesling, there's a new company policy.
You see, Hertzman, I'm getting just a little old.
But Riesling, listen. No more deadhead rides. The new code book is in force.
Oh, I seen code books come and go.
The skipper's one of them youngsters fresh out of Harriman Institute cadet training. He's liable to throw the book at you.
At me? I've been around space as long as Halley's Comet and Brewster's Ridge. I'm going back to Earth, the cool green hills of Earth. I'm going home.
All secured, Hertzman. What are you doing here?
That's Riesling, Captain.
Riesling, huh?
I'm dragging it back to Earth, Captain.
Not in this ship. Hertzman, have this man removed.
Funny thing, Captain, I've sprained my shoulder suddenly.
Look, Skipper, you're a youngster. You're pretty new out here. I'm going home. You don't know what that means to an old man, going home.
I can't take you. Against the Harriman Code.
Oh, now look, Skipper. You can slide me by to the distressed spaceman's clause in that code book.
Distressed spaceman, my eye. You've been bumming around the system for 30 years.
Skipper, you make me do something I never done for no one before. I'm an old man. An old blind man, and I want to go home. I ain't never crawled in front of a four-striper in my life, but you gotta let me drag home. The law says a man's got a trip coming to him. You can stretch for a poor old blind man, now can't you? You got it, Skipper.
All right, you old space rat. But keep out of the way. I run an efficient ship, and I don't want any trouble.
No, sir, no trouble. I'll just lay down to the power room. I kind of like to be near the jets when they blast off for Earth.
Sit down, Riesling. Take a load off your feet.
Thanks, Mac.
Stand by for lift. Stand by.
Best seat in the system. Power room and an old Hawk glass ship.
Power room, fire 3.
I see.
The cool green hills of Earth.
Still singing that, Riesling?
Oh, some. I changed her a little. Gonna finish her now, Mac. Going home to finish her.
Yeah. Have you seen those new automatic dampers, Riesling? Don't have to do nothing but sit and watch.
Where's the peeper?
Turned off. She's all automatic.
You have it soft nowadays. When I was twisting her tail, you had to stay awake. You got an old hand damping plates on?
All but the links. Iron shipped them. They cover up the dials.
You might need them.
No, the automatics handle. Finally going home, Riesling, huh? Won't seem the same out past the moon.
I've been waiting for this a long time, man. Gonna be good to get home, I reckon.
The argent sky is calling spacemen back.
Mac, you all right? I got the emergency. Where are the links? Mac, if you're on the wall here, something. I got it.
Power room, what's the alarm? Emergency squad coming in.
Stay out, the place is hot. Radiation blast.
Stay behind the baffle.
I got the link shipped. I can hand hammer now.
What's going on in there?
I'm still in Jet 3.
Is this McDougal?
McDougal is dead. This is Riesling on watch.
Riesling, get out of there. You'll kill yourself.
Don't worry, Skipper. I know this power room like the inside of my shirt. Somebody's got a damper.
Riesling, I'm sending in a crew.
No use. The whole room will be hot for an hour and the other jets won't hold. Skipper, throw on the recording tape.
What?
Throw on the recording tape. I want to get something down.
Tape's on, Riesling. Stop it, Riesling. The radiation will burn you down.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, pretty sharp sunburn. Pick me out of here with a dog. Bury me in a lead shield coffin. Okay, Skipper. She's clean. Radiation's getting brighter. I can almost see it. Bright, rosy like the sun. Like the sun over the hills down home. I got my song figured right now. Here it comes.
We pray for one last landing on the globe that gave us birth. Let us rest our eyes on the fleecy skies of the cool green hills of Earth.
I can see him now. The hills. The sun. I can see the sun.
That's the way he died. Riesling, the blind singer of the spaceways, singing of the home he never reached, the cool green hills of Earth.
At this same time next week for another adventure into the unknown world of Dimension X.
Adventures in time and space, told in future tense. Dimension X. Can you predict the future? Can you tell what will come in 100 years? Or in 10? Or in the next minute? Tonight we present two ventures into the unknown. Two fantasies of the future, chosen from the works of one of our most brilliant young science fiction writers, Ray Bradbury. First, his story entitled, There Will Come Soft Rains. The house was a good house, planned and built to be lived in the year 1980. The real estate agent had told them all about it.
Now, this is the bedroom. Of course, it contains all the latest devices, self-warming blankets, and, there's a brand new feature. Beds, which make themselves. Now, if you'll just step this way through the library, we can see the latest in talking book recorders, self-building fireplace, self-cleaning robot dust disposal. Oh, these little mouse-like things come out of the wall and take away all the dirt. Now, over this way. There's a complete robot kitchen, of course. Just set the menu for the week and the stove does the rest. Then there's the automatic hydroponic garden, self-sprinkling fire protection. See, the house is fully automatic. Why, you could go away for a year and it would run itself.
And so the family took the house. The man and the woman and the two children. A boy and a girl. And they lived contentedly, enjoying music and poetry and the rich, warm things in life. And the house fed them and slept them and entertained them. It made a good life for them. Until one day, there were 10,000 explosions, and the world shook, and red fire and ashes and radioactivity fell from the sky. The happy time was over.
Tick-tock, 7 o'clock. Time to rise. Open your eyes. Tick-tock. 7 o'clock. Time to rise. Open your eyes.
But the house lay empty. The clock talked to the empty morning. In the kitchen, the stove sighed and ejected from its warm interior 8 eggs, sunny side up, 12 bacon slices, 2 coffees, and 2 cups of hot cocoa.
7-9, breakfast time. Come and dine. 7-9.
Today is April 28th, 1985. Today, remember, is Mr. Featherstone's birthday. Insurance, gas, atom heat, and electricity bills are due.
In the walls, relays clicked, memory tapes glided under electric eyes. Recorded voices moved beneath steel meters.
8-1, run, run, off to school, off to work, run, run, tick-tock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
But no doors slammed. No carpets took the quick tread of rubber heels. At 8:30, the eggs began to shrivel. An aluminum wedge scraped them into the sink.
9:15, time to clean. 9:15, time to clean.
Out of the wall, hundreds of tiny mechanical mice rotted. The rooms were a-crawl with small cleaning animals, all rubber and metal. They sucked up the hidden dust and dirt and popped back into their burrows. At 10 o'clock, the sun came out from behind the rain. The house stood alone on a street where all the other houses were rubble and ashes. At night, the ruined town gave off a radioactive glow which could be seen for miles. At 10:15, the garden sprinkler filled the soft morning air with golden fountains. The water tinkled over the charred west side of the house, the side which had been facing the blast. It was black, except in 5 places. One of the 5 places was a silhouette of a man mowing a lawn, just as he'd been the instant the radioactivity burned his image into the side of the house. Over there, a woman bent to pick flowers. Still further over, their images burned into the wood, were a small boy, hands flung into the air. Higher up, the image of a thrown ball, and opposite, a girl, her hands raised to catch a ball which never came down. 5 people. 5 spots of paint. On the front porch, the dog whined and shivered. The front door recognized the dog's voice and opened. The dog padded in wearily, thin to the bone, covered with sores. It ran to the kitchen and pawed the kitchen door wildly. Behind the door, the stove was making pancakes which filled the house with their odor, as prescribed by the automatic preset menu selector. The dog frothed, ran insanely, spun in a circle, biting its tail, and died.
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Delicately sensing decay, the regiments of mice hummed out of the walls, soft as blown leaves, their electric eyes glowing.
1:15.
The dog was gone.
2:15.
Bridge tables unfolded from the walls of the patio. Playing cards fluttered onto pads. Martinis appeared on an oaken bench. But the tables were silent, the cards untouched.
5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Dinner was made, ignored, flushed away. Dishes were washed. In the study, the tobacco stand produced a cigar with half an inch of gray ash upon it, smoking, waiting. The hearth fire gloomed out of nothing.
9 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
The beds began to warm their hidden circuits, and the phonograph spoke from beside the fireplace.
Mrs. McClelland, what poem would you like to hear this evening? Mr. McClelland? Since you express no preference, I shall select at random from among your favorites. Sarah Teasdale, There Will Come Soft Rains.
There will come soft rains, and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire, and not one will know of war. Not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone.
The phonograph finished the poem. The empty chairs faced each other between the silent walls. At 10 o'clock that evening, the house began to die. The wind blew the bough of a falling tree into the kitchen window, smashing it. A bottle of cleaning fluid crashed on the stove. Water pump shot down from the ceiling. But the solvent spread onto the doors, making fire as it went. Other voices in other rooms taking up the alarm.
Help! Help! Help!
The windows broke with the heat, and the wind blew in to help the fire. The fire crackled upstairs at paintings, lay hungrily on the beds, devoured the rooms. The house began to shudder. The bared skeleton began to cringe in the heat. The wires revealed as if a surgeon had torn the skin off. Voices screamed in every room. Windows snapped open and shut like undecided mouths. A thousand things were happening at once. Like the interior of a clock shop at midnight, all the clocks were striking, making a merry-go-round of squeaking, whispering, and rushing. In the kitchen, the stove hissing hysterically was making breakfasts at a psychopathic rate. 10 dozen pancakes, 6 dozen loaves of toast. Then, there was silence. The film spools were burned out. The wires withered and the circuits cracked. Then the house began to breathe its last. The beams began to give at the foundations. Long cracks appeared in the concrete. The seams were burst from the heat. And finally, with a huge rumble, it crashed into dust and rubble. Dawn shone faintly in the east. In the ruins of the house, only one wall remained standing. And within the wall, even as the sun rose to shine upon the burning rubble, a voice spoke again and again and again.
No one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. That we were gone. That we were gone. That we were gone.
Today is April 29th, 1985. Today is April 29th, 1985.
Strange are the uses of Providence. Is this how the end will come for mankind, with 10,000 explosions and a flash of radioactive gas? Or will destruction come more subtly, extended to us gently and innocently in, let's say, the hand of a child? Who knows in what manner 0 hour may arrest the world we know? It was a perfect summer day in the year 1985. The streets were lined with green, peaceful trees. Businessmen sat in their quiet offices, taping their voices or watching televisors. Rockets hovered like darning needles in the blue sky. There was the universal quiet conceit and easiness of men accustomed to peace, quite certain that there would never be war or trouble again. There were no traitors among men, no unhappy ones, no disgruntled ones. The world was upon stable ground. Sunlight illumined the suburbs, and the town drowsed on a tide of warm, sunlit air. On the lawns the children played, catapulting this way and that across the green grass, shouting at each other, holding hands, flying in circles, climbing trees and laughing. And in the homes, busy mothers prepared for the evening arrival of their husbands.
Good heavens, Mick, what's all the excitement?
We're playing a game, Mommy, the most exciting game ever.
What are you doing in that cabinet?
I need some pills from Daddy's kit.
Your father may not like...
Oh, I'll take good care of them, Mom, I promise.
Very well. Don't you lose anything.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
You want a glass of milk?
Can't start now, Mom.
What's the name of the game, Mink?
Invasion.
Invasion. What will they think of next?
Now this, and this, and this, and this. Now get back while I fix this. There, they want it this way, see? Here, just let me fix it. Oh, Mink, it's that smarty pants Joseph Connors. Don't let him play. He's 12 years old. Don't worry, I won't. What you playing, Mink? None of your business, smarty pants. I want to play. Can't. Why not? You're too old. Just 'cause you're only 8. No, you'd only laugh at us and spoil the invasion. Make him go away, Mink. Go away. This is my backyard. Who wants to play with you and your old fairies anyway? They aren't fairies. Nuts to you. I don't want to play anyway. Good riddance. I'm glad you didn't let him play, Mink. He'd only laugh. Now, we'd better talk to Drill and get some more instructions, Art. Now, here's your pad and pencil. Where is Drill? Drill? Hey, Drill. Drill? Well, he's in the rose bush, I think. I'll talk to him myself, and you write it down in the pad. Okay. Drill? Drill? Okay. Drill wants you to write down triangle. What's a triangle? Never mind. Drill will tell us when he wants us to know. It helps the invasion. How do you spell it? Well, that's Drill. Drill, how do you spell... Here's your mother, looking out the window.
Me?
Yes, Mother?
Who are you talking to?
The rose bush, Mom. Only it's not really a rose bush. That's Drill.
Who's Drill?
He's planning the invasion.
Oh, I see. Well, you better come in and clean up for supper. Your daddy will be home soon.
In just a second, Mom. You got that, Art? See, now what? 4, 9, 7, and A, and B, and X, and a fork, and some string, and a hexagonal droopy.
Come on, Mink. Supper's in 10 minutes.
Okay, Mom. Just a minute. I have to tell Drill. I wish we didn't have to eat, though. It holds up the invasion.
Mink, for heaven's sake, slow down. You'll choke on that tube.
I can't, Mom. It's a matter of life and death.
What's a matter of life and death?
The invasion.
What invasion is that?
Oh, just some silly game the children have been playing.
Well, whatever it is, Mink, it'll wait until you've finished your supper, I'm sure.
I don't want any more.
You've barely touched anything.
Oh, but Drill is waiting for me, Daddy.
Drill? Who's Drill?
He lives in a rose bush in our backyard. Imagination, Henry.
Such nonsense.
I've got to run now.
You'll sit through dessert, young lady.
Oh, gee, Daddy.
And while you're at it, tell me more about this new game.
It's Martians invading Earth, Daddy.
What?
Well, not exactly Martians, Daddy. They're from... Well, gee, I don't know, from... Oh.
And from inside that little head of yours.
You're laughing at me. Drill said you would. You'll kill Drill and everybody.
What? Didn't know you could kill a Martian.
But it's not really a Martian, Mom. Maybe he's from Jupiter or Venus, even.
Imagine.
They couldn't figure out a way to attack the Earth. We are impregnable.
Impregnable, dear.
Well, that's the word Drill said, Well, anyway, that was the word, Mom, the same word. Anyway, so we're helping them.
Now, who's helping who?
Well, the kids are helping the Martians.
Oh, fifth column, eh?
Well, Drill says in order to make a good fight, you got to have a new way of surprising the people. That way you win. And he says also you got to have help from your enemy.
Pretty slick, those Martians, using the kids for a fifth column, eh, Mary?
And hiding under rose bushes, too, Henry. Don't forget that.
Well, that's because grown-ups never look under rose bushes. Only kids.
Oh, I see. Well, finish your fruit, darling. You can play for an hour afterward.
Mary.
Oh, it's so nice out, Henry, and there's no school tomorrow.
Very well. Till 8 o'clock.
Drill says after the invasion we can stay up as late as we want. No more bats either.
Oh, is that so?
We can watch all the grown-up televisor shows.
I don't wonder this invasion has caught on among the kids.
Well, some of the kids are giving us trouble, like Dale Britz and Petey Jarrett. They're growing up so they won't believe in the invasion. They make fun. Worse than parents, even. I hate them worst. We'll kill them first.
I hope you're saving your father and me for last.
But Drill says you're dangerous.
What?
But I think they'll let me keep you because I'm helping so much. I'll talk to Drill. Maybe we won't have to kill you.
Mary, I think this nonsense has gone far enough.
Can I go out now, please?
Well, run along, dear.
Don't worry, Dad. I won't let them hurt you.
Mary, I think the child's taking this game entirely too seriously. Invasion.
Now, Henry, you know how Mink is. Besides, all children have their aggressions. Better to get them out in the open, I suppose.
Maybe you're right. I was wondering about bridge with the Jacksons tonight, Mary.
All right. But, you look tired, dear. Why don't you sit in the relaxer for a while and get a massage? I'll sew for a while until it's time to... Oh, I wanted to call my sister Helen.
Oh, good. Find out when her husband's going to return my golf clubs.
Would you please connect me with Mrs. Helen Rogerson on Channel 72Z, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What is your channel, please?
817X, New Rochelle, New York.
Thank you. Just a moment. Go ahead. You can see your party now.
Hello, Mary. How are things in New York?
Fine, Helen. How are things in Pittsburgh? You look tired.
Oh, I've been having a terrible time with the children.
Sick?
No, just underfoot. They've got a new game that's got me just about crazy. It's called Invasion.
Did you say Invasion?
That's right.
Well, isn't that strange? My Mink is playing it, too.
My boy Tim is all involved with some imaginary fellow named Drill who's running the invasion.
Must be a new password. Mink likes him, too.
How do you suppose these games start? My backyard looks like a scrap drive. They've got every conceivable kind of mechanical gadget arranged out there. I talked to Josephine Schiller in Boston, and she said her kids are wild about it, too. It's sweeping the country.
Remember when it was the Roomba?
Please, dear, I'm not that old.
Mommy!
Oh, please, Minky, I'm on the televisor. Come on, see your Aunt Helen.
Hello, Mink.
Hi, Aunt Helen. Look what I've got.
What is it, honey?
Well, it's the yo-yo. Look when I enroll it. See?
Well, Helen, look, it vanished. Well, where did it go?
Into another dim...
She means dimension. I'll say the darndest thing. My Timmy brought one home, too. I can't figure out how they work. Make it reappear, honey.
Well, there. See, it's easy.
Oh, where'd you get it, dear?
Jill gave it to me, Mom.
Mink?
Bye, Aunt Helen. Gotta run now.
Mink, you come back here. I want to talk to you.
All right, Mom. 0 hour at 5 o'clock.
Mink!
Bye!
Oh, I can't understand it. The child's never been so unruly. Helen... Do you suppose that...
What?
Nothing. Just a wild thought that... Say, the reason I called, I want to get that black and white cake recipe, and Henry wants his golf clubs. I don't know what he'll do.
What was that?
I don't know. One of the children must have been hurt. I'll have to run and see. Call me back tonight, will you?
All right, Mary. Bye.
Mink, come here.
Yes, Mom.
What is it? Who screamed?
Peggy Ann.
All right, what happened?
Well, she got scared and went home.
Did you hit her?
No, she just got scared. She's a scare baby anyway. We won't let her play anymore. She's getting too old.
Now, Mink, tell me why she cried.
No, I can't.
Mink, you'll answer me this instant or come inside. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Gee, I can't quit now, Mom. It's almost 0 hour.
Then tell me what frightened Peggy Ann.
Okay, she saw Drill.
Drill?
He almost came through. He was just testing.
Through what?
Well, those pipes and things we set up. She looked into one of the pipes and screamed. I guess she saw Drill.
And no one hit her?
Uh-uh.
Very well, Mink. I'll call Peggy Ann's mother and see how she is. And I'll call you for your bath in half an hour. Your father and I want to go out tonight.
You won't be able to go out, Mom.
Why not?
0 hour is 5 o'clock, Mom.
Hello, dear.
Oh, you home already, Henry?
Yes, I thought I'd relax a little before we went to theater. Where's the little one?
Out back.
Same game?
Same game. They've got a stack of pipes and hammers and spoons a mile high out there.
Children, why do we have them?
Yeah, strange little creatures, aren't they? Even Mink, Henry. She's a part of us, and yet what do we really know about how she thinks and feels?
Oh, I didn't mean to start a philosophic discussion.
Kids are such a queer mixture of love and hate, though. Even normal, healthy kids. They need you and they're dependent on you, and yet they resent that dependence.
You sound like a child psychology course I once took.
I wonder if they ever really forgive the whippings and the commands we have to give them sometimes. I wonder if we ever forgot them when we were children.
Look, I'd like to discuss this with you, dear, but we do have a theater date, and it's almost 5 o'clock now. What's happened to the kids? They're so quiet. When children are quiet, you know there's some mischief. What's that sound?
I don't know.
Those kids aren't playing with anything electrical, are they?
I'm sure they aren't. At least I
Just the same, I'd better go out.
Henry.
See.
Tell them to put off the invasion.
What? Mary, don't get upset. It's just a game. Good Lord, what's that? Look out the window, Mary. What is it? Where are the children? Mary, why are you shaking? What did you see?
Henry, quick. Up to the attic.
They aren't in the attic.
Yes, the attic. Quick.
Mary, come back here. Mary! Mary, don't go up. They aren't up there. Mary, you out of your mind? There's no one up here.
Quick, shut the door. Lock it.
There's nothing up here. What is wrong with you? Mary, come to your senses. What are you talking about?
I saw it. Through the window, Henry. It was horrible.
What?
It is an invasion.
For heaven's sake, let's get down out of this attic and talk this over sensibly. I want to find out if Mink is all right.
She's all right. I saw her. She was leading them around the corner of the house.
Leading who? The kids?
Shh.
It's nothing.
Oh, listen.
Huh?
The front door. They're coming.
Good Lord, those kids sound like 50 men with boots on.
No, not men. Oh, please, God, don't let them find us. Don't let them please.
I don't understand. Who's there?
Shh, don't shout down here.
Who's down there? I demand that you answer me.
They're coming. The whole house is shaking.
Who's there?
Please, be quiet. It might go away. Henry?
Mom? Dad? Are you in the attic?
Henry, listen.
It's Mink. Mink. We've got to save her.
Henry, you don't understand. She's leading them.
What?
She's leading them. She's on their side. Oh, please, God, forgive them.
The children on their side?
Oh, she told us, but we wouldn't believe her. Henry, they're coming out.
Mom? Dad, we know you're in there. Well, I guess you better melt the lock, Jill.
Henry, the lock. It melted. The door. Oh, dear God.
Mom? Dad? Oh, I see you now. Peek-a-boo!
You have just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future. The world of Dimension X.
Next week, Destination Moon, a preview of the movie which is soon to have its world premiere in New York, telling the Robert Heinlein story of man's first trip to the moon.
Tonight's adventures in Dimension X, There Will Come Soft Rains, and 0 Hour were written by Ray Bradbury and adapted for radio by George Lefferts. Featured in the first story as narrator was your host, Norman Rose. The leading players in 0 Hour were Denise Alexander as Mink and Rita Lynn as the mother, Roger DeKoven as the father. Music by Albert Berman. Engineer Don Abbott. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. Robert Warren speaking. Programs. Get your programs here. For a new thrill in detective listening, join the Saint tomorrow as he reaps a harvest of criminals in a thrilling adventure with the underworld. Make the Saint a Sunday listening habit and keep tuned thereafter for adventures of the greatest detective of them all, Sam Spade. Tomorrow, hear High Adventure, Now Truth or Consequences on NBC.
Adventures in time and space, told in future tense. Dimension. Man has always dreamed of conquering the barrier of the atmosphere. The problem is on the drawing boards of aeronautical engineers and atomic physicists. They can calculate the power needed, the trajectories, and the equipment. On the sound stages of Hollywood, the engineers and special effects men have combined to bring that day to life. The day when the first rocket leaves Earth for outer space. Now a radio play taken from the advanced screenplay of the George Pal Technicolor production, Destination Moon. On the vast concrete strip at Dry Wells, Texas, the form of the rocket towers above the cranes, the loading machinery, and the scuttling trucks and jeeps. The fuel lines snake across the concrete to the rocket. It's Destination Moon. A small pursuit plane circles in for a landing on the runway, turns and taxis toward the prefab buildings at the edge of the strip.
Here comes General Thayer. Got those reports, Dr. Cargrave? All ready, Barnes. Oh, you made good time. Hi there, General. Over here. Barnes, I've got to talk to you. Oh, you just made it, General. Everything's running smooth as a clock. We ground test in 20 minutes. Come on over to the office. What's the matter? Come on, Barnes. Something happened in Washington? Something always happens in Washington. Let's have it straight, General. Our application for a test license was denied. Denied? I'll quote. In the opinion of the Commission, should the engine fail structurally, the dispersal of radioactive material would mean danger to the surrounding area. But we've evacuated the blast area. No use, Barnes. The Commission is pretty sensitive about public opinion. The Galavan newspaper chain has been after our scalp. They got mine anyway. What do you mean? I've been retired. Retire? You got a job for next general? Pretty handy with a lug wrench.
They can't do that. Where would the Air Force be if you hadn't kicked them into using the jet fuel jet engine on pursuits?
It's not as simple as all that. One-star generals can't go into the Department of Defense and pound desks. I did.
Some of those old mossbacks would still be using horse cavalry if they could get away with it. Now, this ship will work. I know. I built it.
I don't suppose we'll ever know. The mission won't reverse itself.
Wait a minute. Cargraves, ship's all ready, isn't it?
Except for minor installations, yes.
General, I've been building and flying ships by the seat of my pants since they had piano wire between the wings. Now, this baby either works the first time or she doesn't.
What do you mean, Bond?
The Commission refused permission to ground test, right?
Yeah?
All right. We won't ground test. Cargraves, what's the next astronomical optimum?
3:47 tomorrow morning.
We'd better get busy then. You've got just 17 hours to get that ship ready. And then we take off for the moon.
Hey, Brownie.
What do you want, Sweeney?
What color is the skin temperature lead wire on the chart?
Orange with a black stripe.
This stuff looks like insulated macaroni. I got it.
Hurry up, will you? We're running behind.
What's your rush? You're going along on this clam bake, aren't you? Can't you wait to break your neck?
Hey, look out for the starter. Come on, move. We got to take off before somebody slaps a writ on us.
Brownie, you really going?
Sure.
Beats me. What do you want to go to the moon for?
To see what's on the other side.
Ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. What's the separation rate positive lead?
Red and white spiral. Oh.
What's the matter?
I'm not going to bellyache.
Eating green apples?
No, I'm all right. Come on, Sweeney, get busy. We've got 2 hours left to patch this mess together.
Mr. Barnes. Oh, what is it, Sweeney? It's Brown. They just took him to the hospital.
They what? Well, is he all right?
He will be after they cut out his appendix.
There goes our radio, man.
There's no chance of finding a substitute?
No, it's special equipment. Brown installed it himself. I've got it. Barnes here. What?
Well, we'll have to delay the takeoff a month.
Okay, goodbye. We can't, General. That was Hastings at Dry Wells. There's a United States Marshal driving over. Something leaked, and he's got a court order forbidding the takeoff.
We were so close.
Yeah. $1 million gone up the flue.
You want me to give a standby, Mr. Barnes?
I suppose. Wait a minute. Sweeney.
Yeah.
You installed that communication equipment with Brown, didn't you?
Yeah, but...
Then you must know the operation. You could go in Brown's place.
Simone? Oh, no, not me. It's an important project, Sweeney. The scientific advance...
There's the military aspect, Sweeney.
I had 4 years of the military aspect, General. That's enough.
Afraid?
You're darn tootin'.
That ship is safe.
Maybe, maybe not.
But, Sweeney...
Look, you guys aren't going to get anywhere pressuring me. Maybe you got reasons to go to the moon. You, Mr. Barnes, you got $1 million tied up in the ship. It's your scientific baby, Doc, and the General's out on a limb in Washington. Well, what's in it for me?
Well, that's no way to talk, Sweeney. It's an important advance for the whole world.
You'll pardon the expression, baloney.
Sweeney.
I work on a scientific theory, too, General. Hooray for me, you look out for yourself. I ain't going.
I don't like to say this, but this isn't the time to consider yourself, Sweeney. This country's defense hangs on being the first to develop space travel.
Somebody else, not me. There's nothing I want on the moon.
All right. We'll take care of that. Sweeney, I'll offer you $10,000 bonus and a 10% royalty on the ship patents out of my cut.
Barnes.
It's no use to me unless we get off before that marshal gets here from Dry Wells. Well, Sweeney, you'd be rich enough to retire. You could take it easy the rest of your life.
Well, now you're talking my language, Mr. Barnes. Okay. When do we leave?
Clear field for firing. Clear field for firing.
All set, Hastings.
Right. I'll be tracking you from Control Center. Hey, what's that car doing? He's coming right out on the field.
Marshal, Doc, General, Sweeney, inside.
Hey, Barnes!
Button her up.
Hey there, commander of that ship. I've got a court order. You can't take off.
Stop, mister. You can't do this.
Hey!
Save your knuckles, fella. You couldn't get in that ship with a blowtorch. Barnes can't do this. Suppose you tell him all about it when he gets back from the moon.
Warm up your communication circuit.
Yes, sir. Calling traffic, Shack.
Traffic calling rocket to Cleveland. Over.
Get a clearance check.
There's a clearance, traffic. Over.
All clear. Dry Wells is ready for tracking. Over.
Power ready. Communications?
Yeah.
Co-pilot. Automatics ready. Give the warning signal. Give me a time check on the computer.
03:47:58.
Stand by for count-off and firing.
Stand by for count-off and firing.
Roger.
For check. 2, 48, 10.
Check.
Coming up 30 seconds.
29, 28.
I'll lie back on the acceleration
27,
couches. Worst pressures will be over in 4 minutes.
5.
Barnes. General.
I don't like having a man along who isn't with it.
Sweeney, it's too late now.
Make it pretty tough. If he's half-hearted
We'll
now...
worry about that later.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, fire.
What happened? Noise. All gone.
At speed of sound. Switch on televiewer.
I can't move. Pressure.
Switch is right under your finger.
Go on. That's it.
Time. 3:50:12. Altitude 2 miles.
Get your sun goggles on. It'll be coming through in a minute.
There's the dawn line.
And the sun.
It works. This thing really works.
Yeah, look in the viewer. There's the Earth down there.
Yeah. Time 3:51:10. Altitude 20 miles. Time 3:53:50. Altitude 807 miles.
That's the end of the blast. We're in free fall. Unbuckle your straps.
Hey, I'm falling. I'm falling up.
There's no gravity up here. We don't weigh anything.
I don't feel so good. How do I get down from the ceiling? I feel lousy, seasick.
No, space sick.
What's the difference so long as I ain't healthy?
There's a bottle of pills under the head pad. They ought to settle your stomach. I'll break out the magnetic shoes. Then we can at least keep our feet down on the floor plate. Here, Sweeney, you put these on.
Hand them up.
All right. Here. Now you can walk down the wall. Try it.
Like this? Hey, like a human fly. You know, this is the second time I ever walked on a ceiling. Only this time I'm sober. Hey, General, would you mind tapping that ham sandwich back and float it away from me?
Feeling better, Sweeney?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a heck of a note when your meal floats away from me before you eat it.
Sweeney.
Yeah, Mr. Barnes.
I tried to crank out the radar antenna. She's stuck.
Well, let me see. Stuck all right. I don't understand it. I greased it good.
Grease? Well, no wonder it's stuck. It's exposed to outer space. It must be frozen solid. What's the idea, Sweeney? Didn't you read the engineering manual?
Yeah, the flush fitting gets greased. Don't jump on me.
Well, if we can't get that radar mast cranked out, we can't land on the moon.
Well, it's all right by me.
Don't you realize that half the value of this trip is in the landing? Geological surveys, radiation tests.
Look, General, I told you before I started, this whole thing is slug nutty to me. Who wants the moon? They're trying to be first with the old Brooklyn Battery Tunnel.
Sweeney, this isn't getting that mast fixed. Well, we've got to go outside in spacesuits and chip it loose.
Outside? You mean outside the ship?
You can't fall. You'll be in the same trajectory as the ship. Worst that could happen would be to drift away.
Drift away? Don't bother getting one of them monkey suits for me. I'm comfortable in here.
Sweeney, we've taken enough from you. We can't let one man endanger the whole project. You get out there in a spacesuit, or we shove you out without one.
All right.
Well, that's settled. You got us into this mess. You're going to help get us out. General, break out the spacesuits. Close the inner lock. Now, let's get this straight. Keep your magnetic shoes on the hull plates. Your safety line's hooked. If you break loose, we won't be able to go after you. You'll hit the moon at 20,000 miles per hour and squash.
Hey, wait a minute. How come General Thayer don't go?
That's right. He doesn't go. He's co-pilot.
Okay. I just asked.
All right. Now, let's make sure our intercom walkie-talkies are warmed up.
All set. Check.
All right. Fasten helmets.
Hello, Doc.
I hear you, Barnes.
I'm okay.
Check instruments. I'm going to pump out the lock. All set. Open the outer door, Doc.
Look at that, will you?
1,000,000 stars.
20,000 miles an hour free fall and no breeze.
That's right. No air. And we haven't got time for the scenery. Let's get to work.
Can you two handle it? I want to go aft to see how the firing tube's held up.
All right, Doc. Come on, sweetie. Let's get to work. Loose now. Pull the mast out, sweetie.
Slippery as a hog on ice.
Yeah. Now let's get back.
Suits me. That's the Earth up there?
Western Hemisphere. You can see America. That dark strip against the light.
Pretty far away, huh?
Barnes.
All right, what's the matter?
Help, I'm loose. I'm drifting.
Oh, what happened?
My shoe magnet's pulled loose.
There he is. The safety line broke.
Hurry, help.
He's too far to keep alive.
Oh, he's cooked. We'll never get him back.
Oh, General Thayer.
All right, Barnes, I heard you on the control room speaker. I'm coming outside.
Bring an oxygen tank. Got that?
Right.
Hurry.
What are you going to do? Throw him a bottle of air and forget about him?
Barnes, help.
Now, all right, Doc. General Thayer's coming out of the lot.
Where's Congress?
50 feet out down the left. Give me that oxygen tank.
What are you going to do?
Unhook my shoe first.
You're crazy. You'll float away, too.
I can use the pressure in the oxygen tank for a jet. Maybe I can ride the tank out there if there's enough power from the nozzle. Just turn the bell. There.
What was that?
Recoil's making my helmet light shake. I'll try again.
Hey, it works. Like an outboard motor.
Keep going, Barnes. About 30 feet more. Swing a little to the left.
All right. A couple more shots. There. Now, reach out for me, Doc.
You're too far. I can't.
Hang on, Doc. One more shot.
There.
Hang on.
Can you get back, Barnes?
If we don't, we tour the universe together. Hang on to me, Doc.
All right.
You wave us when I turn the bell.
You're drifting farther, Barnes.
There'd be enough pressure to get us back. Here we go.
Oh, we're moving.
Yes, not fast enough. Pressure's almost down in this tank. There's the last of the gas.
We're too far out, Barnes. They can't reach us with a line.
Get you back to the ship. On the count of 3, push the tank as hard as you can. The reaction may shove us in close enough.
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Here he comes, General.
Grab him. Reach out, Barnes. Grab the line.
I got it.
All left.
Thank God.
Well, let's have you aboard. There she is. The moon. Stand by for landing procedure.
That's pretty rugged country down there.
Stand by to turn ship. Fasten straps. Altitude clear. 27.3. All right. Turning ship.
Hey, you're leveling off. You're turning too far. We'll go backwards.
We land backwards. Use the jets for brakes.
Holy smokes, you mean sit down on the tail?
Ground speed 1.52. Stand by for deceleration. Now, fire. Radar.
Closing is spotted.
Give me view aft on the screen.
Hey, we can't land down there. Look, mountains, cliffs.
That's the crater Harpalus. We're heading for a smooth plane short of there.
Don't look smooth to me.
I'm going to kill our forward speed. Stand by.
You won't clear the mountain. Give another blast.
I can't. We won't have enough power to get home.
You won't make that cliff on the right. Look out, we're going to crash. Barnes, blast.
You've got right. Now, automatic landing. Automatic in. Hang on for emergency landing. Stand by for the blast. Hold it. Now. Jack down. Get out your gyros. That was a lousy landing.
Unsafe.
Yes, but I wasted reaction mass we'll need to get home.
We'll worry about that later. Right now, I want to get out there and plant my feet on the moon. The moon.
Ready to open the decompression lock?
Check.
I'm set.
And you're inside control, Barnes?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to leave the ship?
I'll be out later. I've got to contact Earth.
All right, let's go. Open the outer door.
All right, be sure you don't fall. You puncture your suits on the rocks, you're done. And look out for the low gravity. You'll weigh 1/6 what you did on Earth.
All right, let's go.
Hey, what is this stuff? Dust?
Solid rock. Go ahead, Doctor. Explain it officially.
Yes. In the name of the United States of America, I take possession of the planet Moon of and for the benefit of mankind. Well, let's now get down to business. Sweetie, you set up the astronomical camera.
Barnes, what's the matter?
Get back here, all of you, right away.
We were just starting work.
You've got to get back. I've been talking to Earth. We may not get off. We may be stuck on the moon for good.
Hello, Earth. Reaction mass down to .8672. Wasted power in a bad landing. Request new figures for return trip.
Earth to Luna. Looks bad, Mr. Barnes. I'll have to run it through the machine. In the meantime, dump everything you can. I'll check back with the result.
I'll be standing by. Roger. Out. Well, Barnes? Well, we wasted too much power on that lousy landing. Hastings checked the figures. We've got the lightened ship. We've got just 4 hours to get off. If we miss that, we don't get another chance to hit the Earth for another month.
But we don't have more than 10 days' oxygen supply.
Exactly. Come on, we better start dumping, and we better pray we can get rid of enough weight. Acceleration pad 4, serial 706, schedule B, 14 pounds.
Check. Give me a hand, Doc. Yes. Airlock's full. I'll put my helmet on and shove the junk out of the lock.
Barnes, is that everything we can get out? 3 of the spacesuits will be dropped before we take off.
How about the 4th?
We'll have to keep that so we can open the airlock to shove the others out. I've got a removable bridge I could dump. You may have to, General. Well, Hastings is due back now with the takeoff figures. Hello, Earth. Luna calling Earth.
All right, Mr. Barnes. We hear you. How much weight have you dropped?
4,003 pounds, Earth weight.
Then you're still short 110 pounds.
What?
If you can dump 110 pounds, you can coast home.
Well, we're stripped. We unbolted the locker doors, junked the radar chassis and mounts. We'll have to take a chance as we are.
It's suicide. You haven't enough reaction mass to clear the moon.
You could be wrong, couldn't you?
I could, but not the computer. I'll be standing by, Mr. Barnes. Over.
All right, Hastings. Out. 110 lousy pounds.
What happens if we're not light enough? We fall back and crash. Or just go into an orbit around the moon. Just keep going around? Yeah, that's it. We've got 14 minutes left till takeoff time. Oh, that's fine. I could have gone over Niagara Falls in a barrel, but I had to come to the moon.
Well, it's pretty simple. 110 pounds. One of us stays. Yes. I guess that's it. Highway 180. That's plenty.
Now, wait a minute, General.
I'm the oldest one here. Yeah, and I'm the captain of this ship. If anyone stays,
That is
I
nothing to
give
do-
the orders here. Doc is the engineer. General pilots when you hit the Earth atmosphere. But Barnes...
I've got no family, so I stay.
No. You've got to go back, both of you. I've been discredited. They won't listen to me. You've got to tell them what you've seen.
Listen, General,
You've got to tell them what the Earth looked like from here. Vulnerable, defenseless, hanging in the sky. I knew this trip would have military value. Well, it does. Can you imagine atom warheads launched at Earth from up here? The moon is the perfect base for an attack on the Earth. Remember, it's only 1/6 as hard to shoot rockets from here to Earth as it is the other way. You've got to tell them the only government to control the moon must be a world government.
General,
I guess you don't know it. But what you just said means you've got to get back to Earth and convince them even if the rest of us don't make it. Barnes, don't... No, General, that's all there is to it.
Now, listen, Mr. Barnes, General.
Never mind, Sweeney, you're not in on
Don't
this.
worry, you'll get back.
I was going to say, why don't you heroes match for it? Odd man's out.
All right, Barnes, I'll go for that.
I'm in.
No. 2-1, Barnes. Well, all right. What do we use?
You can match buttons off your overalls.
All right. Each one pull off a button. I better check Hastings on Earth. Here's my button. Cardgrave. Hello, Earth.
Standing by, Mr. Barnes.
And we're working it out. One of us stays behind.
What?
We're matching for it. Check time.
Well, it's only 110 pounds. Isn't that some...
Check time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt the program Dimension X for just a moment for 2 important bulletins from the wires of United Press. From Seoul, Korea, the North Korean radio says the North Korean Communist government formally declared war on South Korea effective at 11 a.m. Sunday, Korean time. And then a little later, this bulletin from Washington. State Department officials say they will hold Russia responsible for the North Korean attack against the independent South Korean Republic, which this country and the United Nations brought into being and have supported. We now return to the program Dimension X.
Yes, sir. 9:41:50. 10 minutes to 0 hour.
Check. That's all, Hastings. We'll take off with 3 men. All right. Ready to match? Hey, what? The airlock. Sweeney, he went out. What's he doing? What? He's going out. Out there on the moon.
Shine on, harvest. Hello, Sweeney. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, Barnes. Hiya.
Well, come back in here, you fool.
Lower.
It's nice out here.
Come back, Sweeney. You're going home.
Yeah, some other time. Remember me to the girls. Any girls.
Listen, Sweeney, come back. This trip doesn't mean that much to you. We've talked you into it. Nobody can expect you to do this. I don't be crazy.
Why not? I'm a lunatic. Get it? A lunatic.
Sweeney, come back.
Listen, I like your ship. Get it? 160 pounds. That's me. Now go on. Take off.
Come back, Sweeney. You can't do this.
Listen, you guys wouldn't count me in on the matching. Oh, no. I run on hooray for me, and you look out for yourself. Well, maybe you change my mind. I've been looking up there at that earth hanging in the sky. We're going to build something on this moon. All of you guys got to go back. Doc, he's the guy to work it out in the lab. Bonds, you build the ships. And the general, he's got to pound those desks and see that it gets done right. You'll need me.
Sweeney, wait a minute.
Come on. Look, it's gone. You're spoiling my whole day. So long, hero.
You don't understand. We can take off, all of us.
What do you mean? What's 110 pounds?
Now, listen to what I say. Get back in here, and on the way, pick up a screwdriver and a rat tail file and an oxygen tank.
What's the deal?
Get back in here. I've got a way to get us all off, if it works.
Now, Sweeney, we're reading you clear on the intercom speaker. You in the airlock yet?
Yeah.
Now, your spacesuit weighs around 70 pounds. The radio weighs 50.
Yeah, but I can't open the outside door of the airlock without my suit. What are you trying to pull, Bonds?
After you chuck the radio out, you file a hole in the gasket on the outer door. Got that? Then you tie your safety line to the oxygen tank, pass it through the hole. It hangs outside. You got that?
Yeah.
Then you close the outside door, get out of your suit, come in here. We close up, decompress, and open the outside door again.
Oh, I get it. The tank pulls the suit out of the lock.
Right. And if it works, we all get home. Now, hurry now, Sweeney.
8 minutes to calculated takeoff time. 8 minutes. Two minutes.
All set, Sweeney?
Yeah, I shut the radio out. Close the outer door. Air pressure up. I'm getting out of my suit. This doorway's pretty narrow, Bonds. If the suit don't clear, we're sunk.
We'll have to take that chance.
All right, here I come.
All set.
Close the inner door. Decompress. Now the outer door.
It ain't moving. I can see it through the fog coming up. 1 minute. 1 minute to take off.
What if the suit caught on the intake?
No. It's starting out. Get clear of that door, brother. Get clear.
There it goes.
We're in. 40 seconds.
Close the outer door, Sweeney. Stand by for takeoff, everybody.
30 seconds. 29.
Sweeney,
28.
I don't think I could have done that.
26.
Just walk out.
Oh, baloney.
I haven't got that kind of courage.
23.
I'd have had to make a speech. A big, heroic speech.
20. 19.
I didn't have the guts to just walk out.
17. No, it's 60.
All right, stand by.
14.
Communications?
Fine. Just handy.
Co-pilot?
11,
Automatic set.
9.
Stand by.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2.
Fire.
All right, we're clear. Another gun.
We're clear. We're heading home.
Time 2:50, 36. Destination Earth.
You have just heard another adventure into the unknown world of the future.